We're not ready for this.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're good. We're good. It's like a medley.
Do you even have like notes for what we're going over, Austin, or are we just talking?
I have the Great Chimp War of 1979 pulled up on Wikipedia.
The Gombe Chimp War. You have that pulled up?
I have the Gombe Chimp War pulled up.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
We need an intro. We got to intro this.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
We just did 3 intros.
For the intro, we can just start talking and it'll come like naturally or something.
Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Chandran.
And I'm a DJ Halfport Violation. And this is Gorilla Radio Show.
We're not doing this, right? This is not how we're not doing this.
I don't know, Chandran. How would I know something like that?
How would you?
Can you tell me how tight does a chip feel?
Do they be squirting?
Okay, well, I will say one or two things on the topic. Gorillas have notoriously small.
They have innie or out.
I don't innies, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Stop. But anyways, Greg, I need you to know that I have not like opened the gorilla.
Baby
pussy. I do not know anything about
Yeah, the
it.
freeze.
This is horrible.
Who's got the tism?
What's our autism level at today?
Okay,
Yeah.
So
I've worked very hard to purge myself of autism.
Just do like what I think people do in typical like queer poly social justice setting: names, pronouns, autism level if you've got it, astrological sign, maybe cash app handle.
This is too many.
Name also.
Of course,
I'm Chandran. I use every pronoun. You can cash at me at Chandran D.
My fucking cash tag.
I don't know what were the other bits. Oh, I'm an Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius sun
Autism
and some
level.
other things.
you were on
Autism
Catawba
level.
land, right? Is that true?
I acknowledge that I am on Catawba land, and we are so thankful to the stewards of the land who have taken care of it for centuries before our ancestors stole it from them. We are acknowledging that it was stolen. Nothing will be done about it. Thank you. Good night.
Autism levels?
Autism level, yeah. What's your autism
Incredibly low. I'm so normal.
Okay.
I'm so
Like
normal.
below 20 or like below 50? What's low?
We're,
for
Just
you?
more on the
we're
test.
single digits. We're single
Okay.
digits autism.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I should go.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
Greg.
hear Greg's autism score.
Okay, so I'm Greg. He, him pronouns. You can cash at me at little cash sign Greg Mateo. All right, I only in multiples of 20, please. What else do we do? Oh, I acknowledge I'm on stolen Ute and Paiute territory. Never formally ceded. Autism level, ironically catastrophic. All right.
Catastrophic.
Catastrophic high, catastrophic
Catastrophic.
low?
Just catastrophic in
Take it
any
as you will.
direction. Yeah.
They've never seen numbers like these before. One of the greatest we've ever seen in terms of autism.
Okay. Austin,
Okay, I'll go.
we're the hosts, right? I guess we go.
Yeah, Austin. He him pronouns. Fucking.
You couldn't even say it with a straight face.
Well, no. Okay, it's relevant to the bit I'm doing later. It's fine.
Austin, he slash.
He question mark Harry Styles. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what indigenous people's lands I'm on. I don't know. I'll have to Google it real quick. Does anyone know Chicago's indigenous tribes? Hold on.
I don't know. Probably it's like Italian indigenous land at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a Pisces also. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. Who wants to go next?
Hi, I'm Kendall. I use they, she pronouns.
Oh, wait! I didn't do my autism level.
Oh,
I'm so
right,
sorry.
your autism level. Oh my god.
I forgot the autism level.
Yeah.
My autism level is my parents were too scared to get me tested because they didn't want to find out.
My autism level is I'm scared.
Could you give me maybe like a ballpark?
I don't know. It's got to
Really
be like
high.
it's got to be
Medium
on there
rare.
somewhere. It's like somewhere around medium. All right. Anyways, what were you saying,
Yeah.
Kenny?
Oh
So
yeah.
sorry.
Hi, I'm Kenny, and I use they, she pronouns. My Cash App is she, Herzog. And I am on Chinook land, and I acknowledge that. I acknowledge it so hard. My autism level, I'm medium well. I think that's pretty established. I've got capital T-tism.
Yeah, you're quirked up.
Yeah, I'm quirked up.
And let it be known that the autism is not a flautism when it comes to Kendall.
It's true.
Okay, hi, my name is Cerise. I use exactly the pronouns that you would think, but you have to guess, and if you get it wrong, I will be publishing a call-out post on all forms of social media. I would like to do
Medium
more
post.
than acknowledge that I'm on Lenape land, and so if you would like to 3D print me a gun and send it to me in the mail, I can take this land acknowledgement a little bit further. I'm a Pisces, and my Cash App is like $ crying, the number 4, and then the letter U. What else? Oh, my autism levels, like famously, my parents did take me to see what was going on because I was being a little bit strange as a child, and I had to go talk to a doctor for a while, and I had a pretty good time talking to them. But then when they met with my parents at the end, they were like, "Yeah, no autism, like just really weird." Autism levels are at 0.
The quirked up level is astronomical.
I'm not, I'm not quirked up. I was just ahead of my time.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, I guess welcome to the anniversary episode of Gorilla Radio Show. Actually, can you guys see my camera?
No, I see
No,
nothing.
not at
Oh,
all.
you can't. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hi.
is
So,
this a
anyways,
bit?
welcome to episode 25 of Gorilla. Or no, wait. It's episode 26, right?
You look
let me
great.
You look
check really quick.
amazing.
Oh, well, thank
I
you.
used to have hair like that.
You did.
Yeah,
It looked great.
I think I used some moisturizer this morning. I think that helped.
You look
Let's see.
great.
Oh yeah, no, it's episode 25 of Gorilla Radio Show. So yeah, welcome. This is the anniversary episode. What am I saying something funny here, Greg? Something funny?
No, you were so blurry on my camera. I couldn't tell what was happening until just now.
You look great. I have no notes.
No,
I
this
have
real
nothing
does.
to say.
Okay.
No,
You're
no.
serving. You're serving.
Yeah, glad-
you'd be
glad we're-
you would be so popular on TikTok right now. It would be insane.
You should
yeah,
not do that.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be on TikTok. I will never be on TikTok.
No, if you got on TikTok, unfortunately, I would have to call you out as like a potential like sex pest or something. I don't think
You should
that-
start
Yeah, you'd have
streaming in this
to-
getup, though.
You'd have to cut it, nip it at the bud, so to speak.
Yeah. No,
But yeah,
I don't trust those little boys on there.
No.
But yeah, so this is episode 25. We've been doing this for a year. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Also,
It's kinda crazy.
are you streaming yet?
Streaming? What do you mean streaming?
Is this live?
Oh.
Are we live
No,
streaming?
we're doing.
Oh,
We're doing.
No. This isn't live, by the way.
No, this
This
Yeah.
is
Well,
going
then what
up
did
live.
we-
It's
So by live
I was
episode,
just
we meant this by
recording.
like video? Oh.
Yeah, we
okay,
just mean, like, we're not-
I have a tweet to delete.
okay. What do you mean? Okay. No, I never said it was a live episode. I said we're just doing
it's
it
video.
like video, and we're not like no
Okay.
takes. We're just doing it all in one go.
People are going to
no
just be
editing.
watching me eating chocolate-covered almonds for an hour and a half.
Yeah. No,
Good.
sorry.
Oh,
This
awesome.
is not a live stream. it's just a normal episode where we're doing it live with no editing. But yeah, so it's been. I started this show by going onto Twitter sometime in early October of last year, 2021, and I said, "Does anyone want to be my co-host on a monkey podcast? I don't want to be one of those solo podcast host guys." And nobody responded. I was hoping for someone with a little more clout than me to respond potentially, but it turns out that Greg and Chandran were literally the first and only people to respond. So I was like, yeah, sure, I can work with this.
You could just work with us. We're fine, right?
Yeah,
So who would have been
and-
your first choice if you could have replaced Greg and
Yeah.
Chandran with other people? Like, were there internet
Mhm.
superstars that you were intending to have reach out to you, or
Yeah,
Uh,
Austin, who are you gunning for?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I was just hoping for anybody.
Anybody but us.
No, I mean, the thought didn't even cross my mind is the thing. Because I was like, all right, who is like online enough to want to do a podcast about monkeys with me? And I figured it probably wouldn't be anyone I know in real life. But then it turns out that, yeah, you guys were literally the first and only two people to respond. And honestly, we hadn't talked. Neither of us had talked for
That's
like
the funniest part about this.
full year until you were just, both of you separately were just like, hey, yeah, I want to be on a podcast. Cool.
I do think if we didn't do this podcast, none of us would have spoken again.
Don't do that to me. My brain hurts now.
Potentially. But yeah, it was October. I was living at a chimpanzee sanctuary. I was woke up every morning to the sounds of chimpanzees screaming and beating the shit out of each other. Like, that's how close I was to the enclosures. And I was like, fuck it. What do people do when they're bored in the like middle of nowhere? And I was like, I guess I start a
And they're
podcast.
white guys.
Yeah, white guys in the middle of nowhere who are a little bit bored.
and
Yeah,
Chandran,
And Chandra.
And Chandran.
Oh,
a
yeah, yeah.
biracial of gender experience.
But yeah, no, the first like 3 episodes were I asked the chimpanzee sanctuary to borrow an audio recorder that they like had for actual science purposes and just recorded all like the first 3 episodes on that, just speaking directly into it. And I just uploaded that at the end of, every recording session and would edit it and post it. Which is why the audio quality, was wildly inconsistent. I think the first
Wait,
episode,
you were using the fucking sanctuary equipment for the
Yeah,
first 3
what?
episodes?
yeah, no, I was
You never told us this.
You never said
Yeah,
that shit to
but-
us.
Yeah, no, I was using a lot of Sanctuary stuff. I actually unplugged their printer and set up a router with the wires leading out of the printer and just never told them so that I could personally have better internet connection because I was
Oh my
really
God.
annoyed by the cabin Wi-Fi. And I needed to stream. And also, it was like a literal wood cabin, so all the floors, all the walls had like slats in them, so there was no soundproofing, and everybody fucking hated that they could hear every second of my podcast. But it's cool though.
Hey,
was-
they were lucky. They got that shit for free.
They were on
They
the
got
cutting
paid
room
for kind of
floor.
content
Yeah.
like that,
Uh-huh.
huh?
Yeah, I only am here because I thought I confused you with a different white guy.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I remember seeing on Tumblr like someone reblog your post about your podcast, and I thought, oh, I remember that guy. I used to be mutuals with him on Tumblr. Different guy.
It's a completely different guy.
But I was like, I'll be nice. I'll check it out. And I don't think I realized that you were not the same guy until until maybe we had recorded an episode together, and I found out how old you were, and then I was like, oh, totally different guy.
That's fucking hilarious, actually. I think it's fair to say that the fates of Gorilla Radio Show and Big Soy Naturals have become intertwined since then.
Oh, yeah.
We've sort of went in together on like merchandise and all sorts of things. Done some guest appearances.
We're clout chasing together until it
Absolutely.
works.
We're clout multiplying.
That's what
Eventually, something is
communism
going to
is.
catch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's when you share clout with your friends, and the clout trickles down, so to speak.
From each according to their clout.
Yes, of course.
Two each?
To each.
Also
each.
according to
From
their
each
clout?
according.
Yes.
From each. Yes.
Mhm.
Communism is when no iPhone, or whatever the fuck Mark said.
That's true.
There's something along those lines. But yeah, no, it's been a wild ride. We've had a lot of recurring characters appear. It's been a lot of bullying me. It's been a lot of that, but it's all been in
Mainly
good.
that.
Yeah, mainly that, but it's been in good faith. It's been a fun time.
What is good
Yeah, it's been in good
bullying?
faith. It's been in good faith.
It's-
We've never done anything mean to you.
Yeah,
it's good
a lot-
faith bullying. Bullying is good when it's for the content.
Hmm.
Bullying
Uh-huh.
is good.
My brain is like
Period.
calloused over.
Full stop.
My brain is calloused over like a big gross thumb from just spending my entire life from ages 10 to 16 posting on the internet forum that gave birth to kiwi farms inadvertently. So yeah, I can pretty much handle anything. I think I just psychologically could withstand just about anything.
Huh, so you really
Y'all,
are
the
the
eyelashes
4chan the
makes
trans
it-
pipeline, huh?
Hold on. Austin's eyelashes makes it so apparent how often he blinks. I forgot this about
I was
him.
nervous.
I
nervous.
remembered this back in college when we were, hanging out together. He blinks like a maniac. I had forgotten that he did that until just right now.
Blink too much? Is this your
That
criticism?
You blink
Austin and
so
Kendall
much.
should link up. I think that Austin and Kendall should link up
Link
as,
up
as the
how?
two blonde people that are quirked up with a little bit of gender on the side. And you should
Yeah.
you should form some kind of union for when your respective co-hosts bully you over things such as your gender or your autism level. or your eye
Cerise
color.
gets a lot of DMs from people who genuinely think that Cerise is like
We have too
bullying
many
me
white women that listen to
horrifically.
us.
Yeah, they seem to think they say things like, "Oh, like if I was your co-host, like I would cry."
Oh my god.
And I'm like, do you think that I like come here, like I come on this podcast every day, just like, oh, I'm being forced to just be bullied. Time to get back on and be bullied for being white.
Someone told me like if someone talked to me the way that you spoke to Kendall, I would be in tears.
I will say the closest incident we've had to that is I got an anonymous message from someone at like it was a couple months ago on Tumblr, and they said, "Just listen to your podcast. Greg really doesn't seem to like you at all."
Yeah.
Like I think he hates you, dude. I don't think he likes you.
I have a question that I think maybe will tear the three of you apart for real, which is
Okay.
who's the smart one, who's the hot one, and who's the funny one.
I think we
I
take
think we know
turns
these
a
ones.
little bit.
I have received the most thirst posts.
Okay. Greg, you had one
Greg is
YouTube
claiming the
comment.
spot as
I'm the hottest one.
If you discount the outlier of like Perry, then yeah, just like posting about me, taking pictures of me wearing the cat ears. But yeah, I don't know. I think we all take turns. We can take turns with it. It just pass the baton
That's
around.
nice of you.
I think
Me and Chandran passed the funny baton back and forth, but never Austin.
we beat Austin with the funny baton. That's how we make it work. No, I'm not gonna pussy out of this question. I think Austin is the smart one, Greg's the hot one, and I'm the funny one. That's my opinion.
I support
Okay.
that.
All right.
But
Yeah.
okay,
I mean,
but I honestly, for like 3 minutes at the beginning, was insanely distracted by how good Austin looks. So I
Yeah.
did have to give that to him.
yeah. See,
You
that's
do
what I
look really
get
good. You
Yeah,
do
who
look
did your
really
makeup?
good.
Did you do it?
Crazy.
for.
Kim
Wait.
did that.
Oh, did you say who?
Yeah,
Oh,
who did your makeup? Who did your
Kim did
face?
my makeup. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've never done makeup in my life.
Yeah,
But,
and putting on false lashes like that, it's gonna be a bit of a journey on your own.
Yeah.
So
But but yeah, what was I? Oh yeah, I think one of the first ever like weird messages we got about the podcast, which is like I knew that we had something special here, was I think a couple episodes in, someone messaged me and said, "Greg is the alpha to your omega." I believe that was the
and thus
inspiration.
spawned. Oh,
I think it was episode 6. I had to fast forward about 10 minutes of Greg reading Wattpad fiction about Omegaverse because
Greg
none
and
of us
I
really
read
knew
like
what
the
he was.
entire Omegaverse wiki.
yeah, we did
On
read like a
the
big
mic.
chunk of it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think we do have something really special here, and teaming up with Big Soy Naturals as a part of the non-binary cinematic universe was a great step in terms of building a fan base, a coalition.
A coalition.
And for making friends, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of friends along the way.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, friends for sure.
All my little parasocialites, I love you.
Yeah. All the,
Are we not
all
just
the-
we're not just regular social? I thought we
You
were
guys
friends
are.
for real.
You guys are. You guys are.
Yeah,
My
we're
friends.
regular social. All
yeah,
our
we're
audience
regular
social.
knows. We love you in real
Thank
life.
you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mwah.
But
You guys
yeah.
are the only other podcasts that I listen to because podcasts are kind of annoying and they're usually made by ugly people.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
true.
Um,
That's
I don't
why
know,
they're making podcasts.
yeah.
Mhm.
I haven't listened to like a podcast besides my own and like Big Soy Naturals in probably at least a couple of years. I had a phase in college where I was
Didn't every
active.
man.
Big podcast guy.
Yeah.
I was listening to a couple of the Chapo Universe podcasts. I was one of those guys.
Uh-huh.
It ended when I became bored with Bernie Sanders and I moved on to bigger things with my life.
Well,
I
we
suppose.
know that you were a Chapo guy because it's very easy to sleuth on the like official Gorilla Radio Show Patreon, like what like subscriptions you've paid for in the past. 'Cause I guess
Really?
that
Okay.
was that your personal account that you just changed the name of.
I did. Yeah.
What is wrong with you? You didn't make a new account?
No, did not. Not in the slightest.
It
Yeah,
seems
I don't know
that you
how long.
were like subscribing to Chapo Trap House in like 2016 or something, and it's like, wow, Gorilla Radio Show was
favorite-
just like brewing in 2016, like not
My
putting out
favorite
episodes, just listening to Chapo.
My
Yeah,
favorite
it's
justification
primordial.
I've ever gotten from a man about why they would listen to Chapo Trap House is like, they know a lot about the Middle East.
You do not.
One of these days, me and Greg should do a Middle East politics themed episode that gets us canceled, probably by like all of your listeners, but I think all of ours will be okay with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I moderate that? I want to
Completely-
moderate that debate.
We'll get completely canceled and also probably get job offers from like
Oh,
the
yeah.
FSB
Raytheon.
ad. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, speaking of Raytheon, did you see the girls learn to code?
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
things teamed up with Raytheon. That's so
So
awesome.
that's actually because of me.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
As you know, I am the head of diversity and inclusion for SpaceX, and so I do some consulting for Raytheon on the side too, where I talk
Oh,
about
of
how they
course.
could like prioritize like BIPOC voices, and listen to women asterisk, and so that includes women and femmes. And I told them like Raytheon, like I think it would be really great for you to sort of like boost the intersectional vibes of your fine corporation, and if you could involve some women that know how to do math and science, I think that would be really great. And they were like, that's a great idea. No wonder Elon Musk hired you to teach him about pronouns.
I just have this like vivid image of like a 12-year-old in a JoJo Siwa bow getting like taken all the way to a trailer out in Nevada to pilot a drone from like remotely.
No, that was that's actually
And then they're
relevant to my
saying,
oh, sorry.
wow, the vibes are so intersectional here.
Yeah, she's like, wow, I can't believe like like I'm with so many other women. I feel so uplifted
They're
in this
sending
trailer in
all of
Nevada
them
right
to
now.
Ukraine right now.
They are
They
taking
can Doge
like
post their way to
glitter,
victory.
glitter paint and like bedazzle guns and then like bedazzling a drone with she/they.
The she-they predator drone.
Getting my legs blown off by they them shrapnel.
Ooh, Austin, what would your non-binary name be?
It would
You
be
thought about this?
it would be Austin with an E, like Jane Austen.
Oh, cool. That's a
Ooh,
really
yeah.
good
that goes
one.
so
You
hard.
had that
I
one
think you
like
should do
locked
that
and
now.
loaded.
You
You
did.
had
Yeah.
that one like ready.
It's
No,
roasting
because I
time.
knew. Well, because I knew. It's
What about you? What
that's
about
a
you,
good
a
say.
Greg?
simple one though.
Do you
That's
have
to say
a?
that you just know.
Because you could be like Grog. That could be a
Why non-binary name?
Yeah.
Like a D&D orc.
I'm thinking no. It would be Georgie.
Aw,
Georgie,
that's good
I
too.
love that for
Yeah.
you.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, no, that's fun.
I keep telling Kendall that there should be Candle.
See, I get that all the time at like Five Guys, at fucking like any of these restaurants that
Yeah,
like.
because they're
require me to
realizing what you've got going on.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh,
They do
some gender's
Candle with a K.
happening. Yeah.
It's kind of cunt, I will say.
Yeah,
I'm impressed that they would think your name is Candle. That's that's truly some
all the time.
new type of shit. Okay.
They're like, whatever.
That's
I
what
guess
they're going to.
in 2022, actually all the way back to like 2017, I think they were just like, wow, respect, progress.
When I started using they pronouns, people unprompted started like calling me like a version of my government name, but like with an X in it instead.
Oh no!
Like they just started spelling that out for me, like without me ever asking, and I had to be like, no, like I don't need that. But thank you.
What is with the X? Does anyone know where the X came from?
It's
a
for
gay
Italian
letter.
X.
Yeah, it came from Italian X.
Okay.
Seriously, it came from like
I think it came from like
Latino people organizing in the 90s and 80s, but
there's also like women's lib and like Wimixon, like that.
I think that the
that's been a
women's
while.
one
That's around for a while.
later.
Isn't
it
like
was later. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I do
Radler?
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like a more of a rad.
I'm thinking of women with a Y. Like
Yeah,
instead.
women with
Oh,
a Y was
yeah.
like 70s, 60s.
Oh,
yeah.
Because it's got men in it.
Mhm.
And then,
But I think
think
they
that
should make the
evolved.
men spell it differently. They should
Yeah.
spell it MYN.
Min.
Leave women alone.
Oh yeah, but in regards to the learning to code thing, that was actually sort of my backstory for becoming a monkey guy. I don't know if I ever went over this, but it all started, unfortunately. I was in high school and I loved to torment my programming teacher because I was in one of those like programs that are designed to like sort of pipeline you to the like coding to
to the
military.
defense industry.
Yeah, to the defense industry, and I was
Austin
it was one of
coming
those.
out as a girl who codes.
Yeah, no, it was one of those classes where there was a U.S. Army sponsored video game where we had to like learn to calculate the trajectory of, I kid you not, a mortar strike, and we had to like put in the equation, and we'd be like, all right, so to hit that armored truck over there, you have to use this equation to calculate the trajectory of the mortar strike. This is a real life usage of math, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that is real life usage. But it sort of devolved when I
Hold on. I have to beat you here real quick.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I was really bad at math, but I was also in my young Republican phase, and I really wanted to join the Air Force. And they told me I had to be good at math because you have to calculate shit. So I took fucking calculus and I fucking bombed it, man.
That's the only reason
I
you
took
got
calculus like my
Legit.
sophomore year of high school. Like, just
Oh
got
my
an
god.
F. Like, I got like a 14 in the class. And that was the
Shiver down
beginning of my
spine.
radicalization.
You could have been in the ROTC. You could have been one of those fuckers.
Oh,
God.
no. We hated those fucking dorks.
Okay.
The way they
Oh,
always walk around
God.
campus like Vince McMahon. So obnoxious. So obnoxious.
They really think they're gonna like save the school from a shooting. Like when they have like none, they're like just dodge, duck, dive, and then I saved the entire school.
The worst part of that is like literally the story of how our school, me and all Greg, Chandran, and my school shooting went. That's how it went. Is the ROTC kid like leapt at the guy and he died, but like he did run out of bullets afterwards.
Yeah, he did like jump on the guy, and the kid like shot through him a bunch of times.
Yeah, no,
What is
it
that?
it's kind of horrific, but that you know, say what you want, but they are prepared. He
actually did a heroic thing. Like that kid is actually a hero. But
oh my God,
notwithstanding, but
I'm sorry,
so,
ROTC kid.
Yeah, the one.
You feel fucking bad now.
You know that kid is in Star Wars now, right?
Oh yeah, they
Riley?
added him to like the
They put him in Star Wars
extended lore. It was insane.
In some Disney book, they released
as a Jedi lore technician or something.
A Jedi lore guy, Riley Howell. And that's the kid who died in the shooting there.
I'm sorry, that's how they decide to memorialize this child, is that they're like, put him in Star Wars.
Also there was
I guess if he liked Star Wars, but
Guys,
I mean,
what if he didn't?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be totally out of left field here, but I was trying to find something special for all of us. And so naturally I looked up fan fiction about the Philadelphia Eagles to see if there was anything good in there for me to share with my friends. But the only thing in the category for the Philadelphia Eagles on Archive of Our Own is like Boy Meets World incest fan fiction, where something horrific happens when the family from Boy Meets World celebrates the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. And I'm just really upset.
That's upset. Let's move on from incest and school shootings.
Does Boy Meets World take place in Philadelphia?
I don't know. I'm too young for that.
I guess so.
I don't know. Maybe the author was just a big fan of the Eagles.
I remember nothing about Philadelphia in Boy Meets World. All I remember is vague memories of like whoever he was, like just saying Mr. Feeney. Like that's the only thing I remember from Boy Meets World.
You know, because like they don't win games, that there would be one about them winning. But I overestimated, I guess, the capabilities of fan fiction writers.
To do anything other than
this is a good time to ask people to maybe write some guerrilla radio show fan fiction.
Yeah, I was really hoping.
Someone's already started writing some Big Soy Naturals stuff.
Yes, they have.
Like a draft of theirs.
Okay.
Oh no!
Why don't we get that? We need that. Like so.
We do need that.
I gotta
Once this episode goes out, we need it.
I think you should get a fan wiki going where you just get a bunch of people.
Yeah, real quick before we go back on topic or whatever. Is there any for the Chapo or Come Town guys?
Oh, let's find out. I bet that there is.
Is our podcast? Like I know.
There's definitely
too many
Chapo.
guys.
What's part about AO3 is you can see exactly
together.
how many there are. Like for each, like there's like fandom tags that you can do, and so you can literally just see exactly how many fanfics there are.
Oh,
like,
okay. So like I've never listened to the Chapo Trap House, so you'll have to tell me if these pairings are funny or not.
If any of them have Virgil, it's
okay. So
the
number one is Felix Biederman / Virgil Texas.
Great one.
Natural. Like, what's it called? The summary is in 2020, Bernie Sanders becomes president due to rampant voter fraud and Chapo Trap House disbands. And Felix Biederman has to deal with his emotions for a certain comrade in arms, but God damn it, not in his arms.
God damn it.
And then there's another one with like the guys from BTS.
What?
Jungkook.
And then
Virgil, Texas.
Ex-Princess Diana.
Yeah.
it sucks that they're all Virgil, Texas, because that is the sex test one.
Yeah, Virgil
But that's
is the
also
sex
why
pest.
it's
I
even funnier.
like the name Virgil a lot for so they should get rid of that. Virgil's a good name.
Virgil
You know,
Virgil was a
Virgil,
groomer.
Texas has too much of a cool name to be a groomer. He's got to
Maybe
get
I'll
That's unfortunate.
reclaim the name Virgil. Maybe that could be
Yeah.
my thing.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Um. Oh yeah. So in this programming class, first of all, in regards to the military game, after the first day, I figured out that they did not disable console commands, and I found a way to like spawn in U.S. Army like military soldiers, and also like just rocket launchers and fucking M80 machine guns. And I would just like line them up and mow them down to the point where the teacher had to shut off my computer remotely and like prevent me from doing any work for the rest of class. Like he wouldn't even let me do the assignments just because he didn't trust me enough to have a computer. And one of my bits was I started changing all the computer's backgrounds to a proboscis monkey and like changing all the icons to a proboscis monkey and just flooding the entire computer lab with that.
You just
And-
seem like somebody I would have fucking hated in high school, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was
Every time Austin tells me
I
about
was
high
I
school,
was
I'm like,
terrible
oh
in
my
high
God.
school. Like I was figuring some things out in high school. I was the
I would
worst.
have been your friend.
I think we would have been friends because I too was insufferable. I was VP of the anime club. Like, dude.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I talk about it all the time on Big Soy
Again,
Naturals. I was
I
the
think
the
that
VP. It was a total
Kendall
mistake.
and Austin should unionize.
It was
I'm truly a success
I-
story.
I had
me
something
becoming the
worse.
VP was a total happenstance because the girl who was the vice president, I was just there. The girl who was the vice president, her mom pulled her out of anime club because she was like, "You're not sitting with these fucking losers in anime club." She was like, "You're joining the lacrosse team and you're gonna like," because she was like a junior in high school.
That'd
She's
be
like,
me
Saved
as a
her
parent.
life. Saved her
you need
life.
to-
Me as a
Yeah.
parent.
and then my friend was like, "Please, we need a VP or the club is gonna disband." And I was like, "Sure, whatever. I know something about anime." And then every day for a year, I had to like tell these like boys like, "No, we're not gonna watch like hentai in this fucking like club."
I never joined a club in high school because I thought that joining clubs was for losers. And if there are any teens listening to this, that is the lesson that you should take. There's nothing good that comes out of joining a club in high school. It means that you have to spend more time in the school, which you
Mhm.
should always be avoiding.
Yeah.
You should be
Yeah,
skipping class.
Mm-hmm.
I must be a success story, man, because like I'm a success story and it has how I am now because like I was just playing sports and shit. Like I was actively
Jock.
And you were
not
young Republican?
nice.
I was a really mean person in high school.
Yeah, I was
to
like
everyone. But it was like justified because I was really cool.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I sat on the stage at lunch with all the cool kids. So
Yeah, I was.
I was bullying.
me too.
I was my ninth
Okay.
grade year. I was. I had the bright idea of because I didn't have anything to do during lunch. I thought it would be good, like, to sit next to the trash can at lunch because it's just easier once you finish eating something. You just throw it in the trash can, and that's it. You're done. And I quickly gained a reputation as like the trash boy. But that reputation changed for depending on who you ask, the better or maybe the worse. 10th grade, I went to a new school, and the rumors still plagued me there. But I was the rumors being that because I was frequent on Tumblr in 9th grade. People only recognize that as the porn website, so people would see Tumblr open and be like, "This dude's watching porn." But
I'm posting. I'm online and I'm
I was
uploading
posting.
posts.
I was
To
such
be
a
fair,
strong-
like, that's
I'm
all
a
I think I
Tumblr
use
funny
Tumblr.
man.
I would max out my queue. I would have it like strictly regimented and like check my phone every once in a while to make sure the queue was still going. But 10th grade, I was super into Super Smash Brothers, right? And so I started
I'm starting to
video
think you need to
game-
get diagnosed.
a video game club with my friends, but it wasn't just any video game club. It was like a Super Smash Brothers / fighting
Oh
game club.
no.
And at first it was all right, but then only smelly people started going there, and the class afterwards, like directly after lunch, would walk in and just start being like, God damn it, dude, what's this smell? Like, the fuck is going on? And so we had to start like spraying Febreze, but like some of the weirdos would like take the Febreze and like try to do funny stuff with it, and I'd be like, no, like we're using this because you smell horrendous. But 11th grade was when things started to get like really out of hand.
It's like I'm sitting in your therapy session
You're
right now. What is
all
happening,
down.
man?
I want to hear Austin's life story.
I
It's
don't
good
mean to
lore.
say this in a mean way. It's just that I, as well as my friends, with no teacher supervision, were simply not equipped or like educated enough to handle this. But the special education classes caught wind of the club, and after like during lunch, the entire class would be dropped off in there, and we didn't like know how to like handle that. And like there was points where like chairs were being thrown. And so like I had to like start blocking off the door at lunch and telling people the club is no longer here, please go away.
This is why you don't start clubs.
Bro, this is-
Why
Oh.
couldn't you
Clubs
just
are
hang
ass.
out with friends at your house?
I should have been doing that, but 12th grade was where it started getting real crazy, because that was when I started getting really into monkeys, but I was in denial about it, right? Because I had been doing all these programming classes, and I was so
You
convinced
didn't
that I
want
was
to
going
come
to
out as a primatologist.
I didn't want to come out as a primatologist. I was like telling my parents, like,
Dad,
parents would be like,
I have something to tell you guys.
That's the-
I don't know how you're gonna take it, but just like
Ooh,
hear me out, okay?
but like, okay, first of all, 12th
You're
grade
giving
was
up your dreams, son.
Unfortunately, 12th grade was also the year I started my high school's DSA, and it was like the butt of every joke on Twitter. And
Oh,
we made a guillotine joke, and it went viral. And someone like one of the parents at our like very white school contacted the FBI, and we had to it's now school policy that they show my tweets that got taken down to every like class at the beginning of the year as a part of like online etiquette. And also clubs aren't allowed to have Twitters run by students anymore. It has to be run by the teachers. So I was really changing. I was really
Did you get
changing policy.
followers off that? Like,
Yeah,
when the new crop of high schoolers see your tweets, do you get more people?
No, because I abandoned the account as soon as I graduated, and I think it's still up. I'll like see if it's still like
what's
getting
the at?
retweeted.
What's the at?
I won't say it on the recording because that would
Just
dox
type it somewhere.
Well, I'm just recording the screen, so I'll just tell you guys after. But essentially, this was the time in my life where I was really conflicted. I didn't want to say I was like, I really like monkeys. I bet I could like code something to help monkeys, which wasn't true. You can't do that.
What?
I really want to disrupt the.
I wanted
made space.
Yeah, Elon Musk monkeys, huh?
I wanted to be like maybe a GPS technician, like tracking monkeys in the jungle, or something like that. But I graduated. I get accepted to the shittiest college alive. For some shit's going on, but anyways, so I'm in the programming.
Tell them to shut up.
Okay, but so
That was the most omega way to tell
You
someone
just-
to be quiet I've ever
What? You speak to your fucking
Guys, please, be quiet, please.
I was just
quiet.
okay.
Austin, did you ever consider Evergreen?
What is
I think
Evergreen?
you would have thrived there. That's
Sorry.
where I went to school. Greg,
Oh,
you
no.
would have become much worse.
Oh,
yeah.
right. You would have terrorized those evergreen children. Just
I terrorized them, but I think that no, Greg would have gotten worse. It's
I
like
think the
they
two of you
the-
should have
they-
collabed. You should have both gone to Evergreen and just started collabing on emotional terrorism.
Yeah, it's
Just dunking on the
it's a
weakest
school in the
minds.
Pacific Northwest with they have no grades and no
Oh.
classes and no majors.
Ooh,
Um,
thoughts.
and you can like kind of just do your own thing. I had a friend that took a
Mine
program
was
that
the
was
same
on.
way.
Your school was not the same way. It was
Mine
was
didn't have
worse.
majors either.
Yeah,
what I'm
it
Did y'all
saying.
go to real school?
You went to a school that cost like $80,000 a year, though. Evergreen
True,
was
but
$6,000 a year,
they gave me a buttload of financial aid, even though I did not need
and
it.
they let in 99%
The
of all
amount-
students that apply. So, anyway, I think
That
that
sounds
Austin
amazing.
would have
Why did I go
thrived.
there?
It's yeah. I had a great time. I also got to bully a lot of people, and that was really fun for me.
That's good.
But
God,
um,
Evergreen would have fixed me.
it might have also like lots of weed available for everyone all the time because it's in
Lovely.
Washington.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but something I forgot to mention. 12th grade was when I started a proboscis monkey blog, and I was like, "This is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna do primatology as a side passion, just like completely recreationally." And I would post 3 times every day without ever breaking that schedule about like things about proboscis monkeys I could find online until like well into college. And I realized quickly that like, damn, Java and Python, like this shit is just not fun at all. Like I don't like this. This is not cool. I think it was when I had to program a game of tic-tac-toe that I realized I literally can't do this anymore. I'm just gonna go fully into doing monkey
You
stuff.
made it to the tic-tac-toe class? That's like the 3rd class you take, maybe the
Yeah,
2nd.
no, it was still my first year, but it was my 2nd semester, and like I didn't know how to break it to my parents, so I was just like, yeah, I think I might like go into it, and they're like, but you're like not actually doing it right, you're just doing it as a minor. I was like, yeah, just like an anthropology minor or something, and but at that point I was just like, actually like fuck it, I'm changing majors, and I found the only primatologist on campus, which was I was lucky enough that I was actually at a school with a primatologist professor because there's not a lot of those. And she like told me what to do. I just walked into her office one day looking disheveled and like I was at like the lowest point of my life, and she was like, "Well, what do you see yourself doing?" And I was like, "I kind of just want to like go to a foreign country and disappear." And so
And she
funny
recommended
story
you
about all
to
this.
a military contracting.
No.
company.
But she told me what to do, and I was like, all right, I feel like I'm taking control of my life. And so, like April 30th, it was the last day of class. I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I don't need to stay in class. I don't care about this major anymore. So I walk out. Just take my time, walk home, check my phone. There was a school shooting in the class that I left. So like literally like it was that classroom. So like
Are you serious?
Yeah, no.
I
feel
knew
like
you were in Kennedy. I didn't realize you were in the
no,
classroom.
it was the class. I just left it. My friends were like, "Dude, you got to stay behind and study," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't care about this major anymore." So I walk home and I'm like, "Damn, that shit's crazy. This is God telling me to become a primatologist." And so
The story: never ever stay late to study. That is
exactly
actually
so
also
true.
how
Go home.
I ended up in a shooting when I was in college too. I was staying at a cafe really late to study, and then someone came in with a gun and started shooting people. And I think what I learned from that is
You never don't put in any more
study.
effort. Yeah, don't
Yeah.
study, don't stay late, go home like a normal person, right?
Go home, hang out with your friends. Do not linger in school settings.
Not. But
Oh my God.
yeah, so ever since then I just like went whole hog on, primatology. My teacher, I guess, took a liking to me and my passion, my zest for primate, and let me in on a
Your
graduate
special
level.
interest, you think, maybe?
She let me in on a graduate level field course studying primates, and along the way we visited the chimp sanctuary that I was like, I'm going to apply to an internship there one day, and I did, and that's sort of how it's how everything connected, right? I was so bored at the internship because this is a mountain town in the middle of nowhere. there was like dudes in pickup trucks with InfoWars stickers on them, like that kind of place. And I was like, there's literally nothing to do, so I just started a podcast, and now here we are. We've got.
Wow.
Let me pull up the stats real quick. Let me pull up the stats. So we have. This isn't like super impressive, but it's good. Most podcasts die by this point. So we
did it. We closed out season 1. We're starting season 2.
This is season 2. So 15,345 plays of all time, an average of like 350 plays per episode. I'm not sure if that's just like on release or what, because that doesn't seem to match up with the number above. But anyways, audience size, that doesn't really matter. But yeah,
is this just from one like listening platform, or like
from
all
Anchor,
of them?
which aggregates? It aggregates Spotify, Apple Music, or not Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Podcast Addict and Google Podcasts also for some reason.
I use Google Podcasts. Don't fucking knock it. It's good.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's 66% Spotify, which is interesting.
Spotify podcast listeners, I get it, but stop. Get a real podcast.
It's garbage, man. I just use Apple Podcasts.
However, Spotify is the only place that lets us publish video podcasts. So watch this one on Spotify.
Or on our YouTube channel.
You're going to want to see this one. Let's see. We have... what's the craziest country we have listeners in?
Ukraine.
Yeah, we got Ukraine listeners.
Oh, yeah, we have some Ukrainian listeners. Some Bulgarian, sorry.
Bulgarian.
Shut up! Bulgarian. I know what it is. I said it
we know what Austin's thinking about right now.
No,
you know what's on his mind.
So, our gender breakup, it was so funny. I think the one thing that made our podcast initially like launch was what is with my pronunciation? I'm so sorry. I posted our demographics. It was like 55% male, 45% non-binary, 0% women. We have grown since then. We have 59% men. It's grown. 28% women and 13% non-binary.
Well, I need to know, who are these non-binaries that are putting their gender down? Like, is this on Spotify?
From Spotify, yeah. So I'm wondering how you put your gender on Spotify.
Yeah, I don't because I see it all the time on Spotify with us. Let me ask you, do you have like your listener break, like what they listen to in terms of music? Because we have that.
It just knows if you're listening to too much Mitski.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
because we have a top 5 like on Spotify. They show you the top 5 like musicians they listen to.
What's your listeners listen to?
It's very upsetting. I don't like it.
I don't like ours.
Again, it's like.
Let me look at it again.
Unfortunately, like I think bringing in some white people.
I am. It's really bad.
It can't be my fault. So we have like Lana, which maybe that one's me.
That one is
you. Taylor Swift.
I'm upset about the Taylor Swift one.
Well, we should all be, and then some other white ladies, Charlie XCX. And it's just like, I need them to listen to better music. Once again, everyone listen to the Mars Volta.
I went to a party not a party, we just hung out with some friends and
okay. I've got an update on our listener list. It's a little better. It's Beyonce, Mitski, Lady Gaga, Lana Del Rey, and Rina Sawayama. So it's just the gays now.
They're just gay.
Yeah,
they're gay. And they're white.
Gay.
well, because like Taylor Swift, I'm getting some like heterosexual women vibes or some bisexual women who only date men vibes. Every time I say that, I'm always so afraid that I'm going to get a bunch of women with blunt bobs coming at me.
The bisexual
watch the Try Guys and
real.
Trixie Mattel, who are just like, "How dare you?" Like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, but you haven't eaten pussy, and it's concerning to me.
I think the only bigotry that is born out of people complaining about it is biphobia. If you just stopped complaining about biphobia, it would stop existing.
You know what? Like, I feel like
Direct and good take.
we've gone after bisexual women for so long that I feel like everything that I've had to say about it has been said, but I think it's time now for me to turn my gaze onto bisexual men, because I see them at the skate park with their chipped black nail polish.
You're not
and then
getting away.
they cry and they complain when you like ask them to like text you back in a timely manner that you're reminding them of like their parents' divorce when they were in 4th grade. And like they'll just be like, oh, you're kind of like reminding me of my mom right now, like this is just too much for me.
And they've got a girlfriend who is 10 years their junior.
Yeah, I think that like we need to start looking at the bisexual men. They're also problems.
They're next.
Mhm.
Okay, so our listeners. Okay, so here it is. Number 1, gorillas, which very funny. That is
really
very
good.
funny.
That's
Wait,
really good.
really? Is number 2
it's
like the monkeys?
No, that would be funny though. Unfortunately, it's Mitski, and then it's
No,
Death
that's Austin's
number
fault.
3.
Death Grips, let's go. I fucking knew Death Grips would be on there.
The last
knew.
two,
That's
the last two
horrible.
you might like less. Number 4 is Tyler the Creator. And number 5,
Okay.
believe it or not,
You really do have men listening to you.
believe it or not, number 5 is My Chemical Romance. I believe that's the
That's just
non-binary.
Okay,
Of
I would be so
Chemical.
real. The Mitski and the Death Grips is because Austin sometimes listens to the podcast, and just that's the reason those are on there.
For sure, yeah.
I mean, how
Re-listens
much
to
would
it.
you listen? How much do you listen to it in order to make that be the top
No, I
choices?
barely ever listen to my pod. Like,
Okay, so
I've-
for reference, like for the first like month the podcast was out, it was just me listening to it, and so the recommended underneath was like The Outfield, Def Leppard, like
Oh.
like it was
Hold
like
on, you guys.
just my music.
I am sending to our little group chat, and I guess maybe you can share it with people if you want to. There are some like a series of photos that I posted on my own Tumblr circa 2014 or 2013, and this is the kind of person that I was. I was so deep into and then hold on. There's one more.
I like this. Can I, how can
What
I
could that
check
even
those?
these if you'd like to.
I see.
Did you post these like one after the other?
These are like months apart. I just needed to let people know, like, Death Grips was on my mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's understandable, though. I started listening to Death Grips early 9th grade, and it scared me a little bit. I was a little scared to listen to their whole albums. I had to like take breaks.
You ripped off your headphones and just
Oh, that's
shivered in
so
the
funny.
corner for a while.
But
I-
eventually, it became my entire music taste. Unfortunately.
I was a big math rock person, so I really
Me
liked Zach
too.
Hill from Hella.
Okay.
And so I was following him around, and then when he formed Death Grips, I was like, well, this is going to have to become everything that I'm all about. And it was so hard for me. And I want everyone to feel bad for me as a 19-year-old because I was really cute. And I also was like, I love Death Grips and I love Radiohead. And I love like listening to like real
Walking in the
music.
rain, listening to OK Computer.
Yeah, and so like just men would find me and they would go, "Oh, you like Death Grips?" And my favorite author was David Foster Wallace.
Okay, so
Oh
this is
my
like
God.
that thing where sharks can smell a drop of blood in an ocean of water, right?
Yeah, and I was so naive. I would go to men's homes and I would see Infinite Jest on their shelves, and I would be like, "Oh wow, like what a cool guy! I need to know more about this guy and hang out with him more."
Oh,
Big mistake. First mistake.
You know,
you made.
it's honestly, it's fucking crazy. I'm really proud of all of you for developing your own like musical taste because mine is born simply out of like me trying to get laid for the last 10 years.
Did it work?
Sometimes it did work, but there was a long period of time where I could not. Like when I was in like 9th grade, there was this girl who I was like, this is it. I love this woman. Never spoke to her in my fucking like life. I knew that she
That's
liked
exactly
like,
what I would expect.
Oh yeah.
I knew that she liked like the shitty kind of grunge music that wasn't really grunge. It was like post grunge shit. I listened to a lot of Angels and Airwaves as like a young man. Like
So with developing your music taste this way, what was your hit to kill ratio in terms of getting laid? Since that was your purpose.
fuck. Not good. Not
No?
good. Not good because I would do that part, but then I couldn't do the talk to women part.
You should have tried being a
Yeah, that's
cute
where they get
person that likes the Mars Volta,
No.
and then just go to the math rock festival and wait.
Yeah, no, I've had like a lot of phases, and then I just turned into my father, and then I was just like, yeah, you know what's really great? Dad rock, and I'm
Dad
still
rock is
kind of,
good.
I'm still kind of there.
Yeah, your performance at karaoke. What
I've
were you
never.
singing again?
That was Creed.
Oh yeah, you were singing Creed in karaoke. That's still in. That's like the first thing in our blackmail tier.
Creed is the only thing I sing at karaoke because it's the only thing I know the words to. All of the words.
Well, also anyone can do a good impression of the front man. You know,
Exactly.
wow.
it kills every
my
time.
my like top 5 artists are. I'm such a man.
Or my top 5 artists.
I never thought
don't
that
do
what I
that to
listened to.
yourself.
Yeah, have a little more faith
My
in
number
yourself.
one listen to artist is Kanye West.
No,
This
Jason!
is so
No, that's
unfortunate. You can't say
valid.
that anymore today, given the recent tweets.
How do I see my top 5
Given
artists?
It's
the
fine.
recent
I mean,
time.
How do I-
like
how
it's
do I
not
find mine?
it's
I
not
can't
fine,
find
but
them.
like it's fine.
Yeah, how do I
I'm an
find
old
my
man.
top 5 artists?
You just go to your profile. It'll just show up.
Profile.
Like your
Top
like most
artists?
top listened to. I'll go
Okay,
to like
so
your
my-
top artist this month.
My top artists is Typo Negative, Seether, The Cure, and
Okay,
Trippie
I've heard
Redd.
Oh, love that.
no. I've been
I love
hiding my
that.
top 5 from myself this entire year because I do this thing where I get really self-conscious about who my top 5 is and start purposely trying to listen to other bands to make it look cooler when I post the Spotify like Wrapped at the end of the year. But let me just for this special anniversary episode, let me pull it up. Spotify.
Mine's
all
also
right,
a little
so
fucked up.
my
Because...
full top
Mine
5
Oh yeah, what's your top
is
5?
Kanye West,
Mine.
Shut up!
Kendrick Lamar,
What?
Tyler the Creator,
Jesus.
Rina Sawayama, and then Pusha T.
Let Cerise talk!
What is mine? Hold on.
I have so my number 1 is the Mars Volta. The next one is the Dismemberment Plan, which is my favorite band. Everyone should check them out. They're really good. Number 3 is Sky Ferreira. And number 4 is Caroline Polachek. And then number 5 is Gil
Wow.
Scott Heron.
I think
Caroline Polachek today, right now.
Did she do something new? Like
I
know that she's got
I listened
she's
to that
got like
once.
an N-word scandal, but
She
I don't know.
did have that, but also not even that. Like that was song. Like she had that one song a few years ago.
She has a whole
I forgot
album.
about her.
She has a whole album, and it actually like fixed my brain when I did drugs. So you should
So
think
true.
about what you're saying, especially when what are you listening to? Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. That's true. I don't have any
my
fucking
top 5
position to
this
speak
month,
to.
I feel like points to a person who does not have their Vyvanse at the moment. Yeah, it's Machine Girl, Mass of the Fermenting Dregs, which is a math rock band, and Less Sick Puppy, Alanis Morissette, and Purity Ring.
Alanis Morissette's good though.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette's great. Like, I've been listening to Hand in My Pocket on my walks. It's a good walking song.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Fall Out Boy's not on mine this time, but
If
have
you
to reset my
expand it, you
password
can
because I
expand
forgot
it to see the rest of it, and the rest of mine they're all great. So we've got Banshee,
By Austin.
Cassiette, Nickelback,
Why? Wait,
Nickelback.
where's this coming from? Where's this coming
Really?
from?
Breathe Carolina,
Cool.
Okay, I've listened to a lot of
and
Breathe Carolina lately.
Rammstein. That's all. That's the rest.
Nickelback is like really good, and I think that people need to think about
They are.
like people just like this is exactly actually why all leftists are so annoying, is because people don't like think about positions that they hold before just like assuming them, and then they have to discard them later when like someone smarter than them has proved them to be wrong. And so everyone decided that they didn't like Nickelback for like God knows what reason. And there's actually no reason for it. Nickelback is good, and then when we lost Nickelback, we got Drake, who is actually bad, because there has to be
Well, hold on,
some
hold on,
entity
Looking through my
from
Spotify,
Canada.
looking through my Spotify, I realized I had a phase like in the middle of the pandemic where I was just like making a ton of playlists, and I've deleted quite a few of them because they weren't that good. But this one I kept because I do think it's really good. It's called Lizzie Moss Renounced Scientology, and it's just got a picture of Elizabeth Moss with Leah Remini, and it's like the arc of her, like of my fan fiction of her leaving Scientology.
We should. I want to hear Austin's, but I think something that we should do that would be fun, maybe for our little listeners, is make a collaborative
Ooh, yeah.
five
Ooh, yeah,
person
one of those
playlist.
Spotify.
Just
Yeah.
a nightmare blend, real quick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just
Okay.
5 very different
Your
vibes.
nightmare.
Yeah. Okay. So here's my top 10. Actually, last 6 months or all time?
Just your top 5 this month. That was my top.
Okay, this month. Okay, so number 1, Death Grips. Number 2, Mitski. Number 3, Clipping. Number 4, Kanye West. Sorry, sorry, women. Number
Sorry,
5,
women.
Poppy. Number 6, Queens of the Stone Age. Number 7, Run the Jewels. Number 8, Kendrick Lamar. 9, JPEG Mafia, and 10, Merzbow. That's how you say it, right?
I'm surprised Brockhampton's not on your
Merzbow,
fucking
I
top
think.
10, man.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's try last 6
Brockhampton
months.
would have been like maybe 2 years back, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
The fluoride
Yeah.
stare.
I also think my extended list is much better because my extended list is like Brent Faiyaz, Outkast, Amy Winehouse, and The Weeknd, which is like a little better. Also,
went
Amy
through
Winehouse is so real. She's so
Yeah.
real. You need Amy
I went
Winehouse.
through
No,
a
really.
very long
Really.
phase during the pandemic where all I listened to was Bad Bunny. Like, I actually started learning Spanish off of that. Like,
If you listen to some of like Amy Winehouse's like live compilations, like her band is like the most incredible jazz band I've ever seen in my
so
fucking life.
good.
They're so good.
Valerie Live is one of the best
Oh my
songs
God.
ever recorded.
And they would go on tour and just do different renditions like every time. She really let the band just kind of like expand on like what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was so good. At her peak, she was like truly one of the best jazz musicians.
I would be so real. I had no idea she was British until like 2 months ago. I thought she was like from New Jersey.
There was that tweet a while ago that was like British people losing their accent when they sing proves that they just do it for attention.
Yeah.
So
And that's-
true.
I like assume that all people are from New Jersey until I hear otherwise, and I'm usually right.
now I'm on like a kick here.
Cerise always says if I was from New Jersey, I would be so much more powerful at this point.
You would be more powerful.
Yeah, it
Like, I
really
think
like
that
beats the weakness out of you.
Yeah, I think you're fine as you are. Like you have
Oh,
a
I
lot of
appreciate
qualities
it.
that
Oh,
I
thank you.
like, but you would just be better if you were from New Jersey.
And I agree.
And I think that that's probably true for all of you.
Mhm.
You would be so much more Italian, Greg.
You don't want to know. You don't want to see that.
You'd be more
Information this
Italian, but
podcast.
there's a high probability that the Italian American faction in New Jersey would have like sucked you into the racism vortex. And then maybe you would be a cop now. But
I would
also
definitely be a police
maybe
officer.
not. Maybe not.
Maybe you would just work at a pizza joint.
Maybe.
I'd drive like an old Pontiac.
You'd show up and you'd be like, we only have 2 flavors of Italian ice. It's strawberry or lemon. What do you want?
Like, I for real have people in my life that I would call like goons, I think, where it's like if someone like
Hired goo.
messes with me, I could call up like
Call up your goons.
like
You got
Gianni.
you know at least 3 guys named Paulie.
Right. And I could just be like, hey, like, this person really hurt my feelings. And they'll be like, well, what do you want me to do about it? I'll be like, I don't
Anything.
I don't need to know what you need to do about it, but could you do something? And
You're just ordering mob hits on people.
I think that's like what Greg could be doing right now.
He could be like
Could be like the Punisher, but for Italians.
Yeah.
No, I'm very happy I'm not part of that horrifying world.
I think if I grew up in New Jersey, I would just be a different kind of Indian guy.
What kind
I would
of
be
Indian
like,
guy?
I would be.
I don't even know what kind of joke I could make. Right?
What joke
No,
can we make without being
specifically like American-born Indian guy. I would be what I would if I was in New Jersey. I would be in Edison, whatever it's called. I'd be that's
You
where I'd be
would.
living. Because that's where I grew up in the North Carolina equivalent to. Carrie, baby.
Yeah.
Got a plug.
Yeah, there are a lot of Indians in New Jersey.
There's a lot of Indians in New
which-
Jersey.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
because New
Indians
Jersey
everywhere.
has all of the best kinds of people. That's not true.
There's
When
a
I was
ton
in-
in Utah.
When I was in like Washington, I was really upset to find out that it's like impossible to get Indian food, and there are also like no little Indian grocery stores.
It's true.
Because they don't have Indian people there. And the one Indian restaurant was so expensive because it's the only one, and everything is very mild. It's like mild 5 stars because they can't worry about like getting the bad reviews.
It is what I
from-
hate about fucking living in Portland, Oregon, is that they'll be like, this place is authentic, and then I go there and the hot sauce, I shit you not, it's made of carrots.
They
Is
got
that
white
the only
people
thing?
back.
Is that the only thing that you hate about living in Portland, Oregon?
No, but it's definitely in the it's in the top 5 for sure.
Salt Lake
Yeah.
City has so many Indian people, which you would not expect.
Mhm.
No, we're everywhere. We're in
And
every
they're not
fucking city
Mormons
you wouldn't
either. They're not like
expect.
converted. They're just here.
I'm sending another photo to our chat, which I think should also go in the episode notes because I think everyone should
Is that an
try to
ethnic
think
map of
about
New Jersey.
where they would be from if they were from New Jersey. And literally, the place that you named is the part of the map that says Indians.
Yeah, I know. I have friends who live up there. That's how I know.
Mhm. And
We
where
literally
I
all know
am
each other.
from, where I am from on the map of New Jersey, the ethnic map is sad black people.
Incorrect.
I
I was looking for Trenton on the map. I was gonna be like, that's gonna say something crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I
Where
think
is Trenton
based
on
on me
here?
alone, I'd probably live in friendly white people land. But if I'm talking about my family, if I was raised there,
I think
Oh,
you'd be in
God.
Bankers and Businessmen, right
Yeah, probably.
underneath where they filmed Clerks, which
Where do they
is
have
one of the
the-
greatest movies of all time.
Where do they got the Italians?
I'd like to live
Well,
in where they film Clerks
everywhere.
eventually.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
assume it's every part. Yeah.
But then also, Italian guys in wife beaters
Oh, there we
and
go. There we go.
working
Can I-
class people in beach houses.
Can I,
Wait,
can I
hold
ask
on,
you
hold on.
sincerely,
Which
what is a
island is that?
piney?
Oh,
What does
oh my
piney
gosh.
mean?
You don't know what
Pinies.
pineys
Pinies
are?
everywhere. No.
Pinies are they're people that are from the Pine Barrens, and the Pine Barrens are like scary woods that the Jersey Devil is probably living in, who is a like a direct relation of the boy that I dated in high school. So that's cool for me. But
Interesting.
they're like New Jersey rednecks.
Okay,
I
okay.
guess.
Oh, okay.
Like they'll have like really big like backyards that are like full of trees, and there's like cows and stuff there, and they don't leave the Pine Barrens that much, so when they do, it's kind of notable because they have their own weird accent and they get called pineys.
Yeah, the thing about being from like the DMV is that you have a lot of rednecks, but they've got an East Coast mentality. So like
the DMV?
they don't have the DC, Maryland, Virginia area.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, because they're so fucking close together. There's just like certain streets that like one is in Maryland and one is in Virginia, or one is in Maryland and one is in DC. Like they're just they overlap so much. And DC is considered a city, but also like its own fucking province. It's so dumb. But basically,
I would be in crumbling industry.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Okay, no, yeah. It's the thing is that you have a lot of rednecks, but they all have an East Coast mentality. So a lot of people from like the South obviously have like a very like passive aggressive politeness. So like when they're telling you to like when they'd be like get out of like my get out of my state, go back to where you came from, they'd pack it in like a Lily Pulitzer bag and be like, here you go, here's some snacks for the road, now get out. Whereas like in fucking Maryland and Virginia and all those places, they'd be like, I've siphoned all of your gas and you can't go any fucking where. Fuck you.
Ooh,
I gotta say, it's like a lost
But also
zone.
get out. Yeah. Oh, it's
my friends of North Carolina and the South experience. What's the state of catcalling like over there? Do they do it?
As a man, I hate to say it, I've never noticed it happening.
That's what
Yeah,
drives me
that-
fucking
it only
nuts.
It
It
only
doesn't
happens
happen
in
down here.
university. No, it happens in
Yeah, yeah.
university
Yeah.
towns, but otherwise doesn't really happen.
Because I noticed when I was living in Washington that they don't do it there, but instead they do something worse where they like kind of silently creepy follow you, but without saying anything.
Oh wow.
But they won't like yell at you. But like Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, like they're not really moving from their spot, but they are screaming at you from the side of the street. Which I think I prefer. And they're pretty good at it too. They get pretty creative, but they also don't leave where they are, so I don't feel that intimidated by
the following is the worst part. I usually try to speed run it by just like ducking into the nearest store and being like, "Hey, don't let him in, please. Thank you." And then that's just it.
Do you have any anniversary celebrations planned for us? What are we
doing here?
Yeah, I don't know.
We were just gonna reminisce about the history of the pod, but we started talking about New Jersey. So I don't know.
True.
What do you
This
got?
is
What do you got
really
planned for us,
good New
Austin?
Jersey
We've been doing this
tangent.
for an hour. What do you want to do now?
So we have one voicemail. Well, technically two. One was just 3 minutes of silence. So thank you to whoever sent that.
Yeah, I'd shout out whoever sent me 3 minutes of silence. I'm honestly tempted to just announce your phone number because fuck you. We got.
Where is? Oh, okay. So this is the one that Nat sent in. I don't know how to. How do we play this? It says it's a video.
Play it. It's just an MP4.
Yeah. Okay. How do I? Yeah. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, I'm just opening it in VLC real quick.
Okay.
This motherfucker got VLC.
I got VLC on this bitch.
All right. So, God damn it! Why is my shit? Okay.
You look so different. It's seriously, it's throwing me.
It's so normal.
Oh my god, hold on.
I think
Oh my god.
great.
No, you look great. It's throwing me.
All right. Do we all have it pulled up?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I can't do that. My computer's too old, so someone will have to summarize it for me when we're done.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everyone who can listen to it, You want to do a countdown?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Just count us down.
3, 2, 1, play.
What's up, ladies and gays? This is Nat, Twitch mod extraordinaire. I do need to testify that Guerrilla Radio Show has ruined my life by filling my brain with monkey facts. But I guess they made up for it by funding the 10,000 abortions I've had in the past year. So here's to another year of gaslighting Austin into starting estrogen. Happy anniversary to all the hosts and Extended Universe and all the listeners, unless you're one of Austin's Tumblr followers and you don't show up to the Twitch streams. Fuck you, I hate you. Okay, bye.
Okay, well that was a very nice message.
That was very sweet.
I'm glad at least one of our listeners cares.
Well, Nat, I don't know if you can tell from the video footage of this episode, but we are one step closer every day to getting Austin on estrogen. This is one huge leap for mankind.
Yeah.
They
Also,
kind,
I
really.
just want to say that you guys got Nat from us.
Yeah.
Not that we're claiming ownership over their listeners, but just like the cooler radio heads, I would like to take credit for, and then
And
all the
that's
ones
fair.
that are embarrassing,
The
whoever they
DSA
are,
members.
I don't know
The
them. I don't know
DSA.
how they found you. I'm not responsible for it.
Well, people can come from. I've noticed there's 3 types of Gorilla Radio Show listeners, right? There's people who come from my Tumblr. There's people who come from Big Soy Naturals, and there's people who like actually unironically scanned the QR codes and just started listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
Like like believe it or not, like it got some people. Like people.
That's so crazy to
Like,
me.
hey, I found
I
your
would
QR
never.
code in this urinal. That's crazy. I love the pod.
You know,
People
I would
really
never.
do
You
scan.
gotta start
unmarked
selling
QR
those
codes.
stickers so that we can just start
Oh,
putting
we
them all
do,
over
yeah.
globally.
We do.
I need.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
do
need
you
to
do?
we need to buy them in
I need to
bulk.
buy a couple.
So they're cheaper.
I can buy.
If
I
you
can buy them all.
if you're a Radiohead, if you listen to Gorilla Radio Show, you should let them know where you came from.
Yeah.
I'm really interested.
Yeah, let's take a
Oh,
survey.
honestly,
Also,
I'm interested
it
too.
helps you guys do some clout chasing if you can find out.
Mhm.
Yeah, are you
I
guys
also, I
interested
gotta
in-
say,
Oops, sorry.
like our audience, like it's just so wild to me. Like our audience is like 100% gays,
Yeah.
and then
So
and then me, and then I'm here as one of the hosts.
Listen, Greg, you're gay.
Greg, I don't
Just
know how
don't
to
know
tell
it
you
yet.
this.
You are gay.
Like you're always on Austin's case, but
Greg,
like
yeah.
I think we've been
you're
speaking
not-
Greg a little bit.
I
This
feel
is
you're
like
not
Greg is-
exempt.
tables.
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes feel like Greg is gayer than me.
I'm
I
comfortable
gotta
with my
be so honest.
sexuality.
No,
that's all.
when I first started listening, I was like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. Like a group of theys and he's, everyone is gay. And then I think Austin said something about like a girlfriend, and I was like, oh yeah, that checks out, bisexual, sure. But I was really thrown for a loop when you said something about a girlfriend, because I was like, that's not a bisexual man. That man is gay.
I think we should set up a Patreon stretch
just
goal to
whole
put
straight.
Greg in like a leather daddy outfit. I think that'd be fun.
I would
For-
wear
for
a
us.
leather daddy
I've been
outfit.
saying this
Yeah,
for
like,
so
I
like
do
long.
I
fucking
think you
numbers.
could
I do
kill the
numbers in the
gay
gay
biker
bars.
outfit. That would absolutely kill.
I do
Like-
numbers in the gay bars. I'd
Yeah.
like to fucking.
I know that you.
I
I
bet-
know that
I
you
bet
do,
you
because they're
do, 'cause
picking
you're
up on
gay.
something. They're picking up on
They
something.
know is the thing.
No, and you know what? I actually hate gay men.
what?
I mean, yeah, to be fair.
Hear me out. Because
Understandable.
every time I'm in the gay bar, they sexually assault me. Okay, every time.
It's because
That's literally just what it's like to go to a bar.
Mhm.
I hate
You
it.
have to meet.
so
You have to
much.
meet men outside of the bar club setting, and then they will be normal to
Yeah,
you.
we gotta
just
go to
as
we
they
gotta
are
go to the we gotta go to
to
the
the
safe
rest of
space
us.
gay coffee shop.
Like I don't
But
understand why
There's
when I go.
there's a reason that I don't go to straight clubs.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's
Ugh.
that's what men
Yeah.
are like at clubs.
Like, why am I getting
like-
groped?
Because
Mhm.
you're gay. And they think that if they do it enough, that you'll like give them a shot the
Yeah.
same way that they do it in straight clubs.
You'll suck
Yeah,
and
I
fuck in
hate
the
it.
bathroom.
Men are the
That's just
same no
men.
matter what.
Yeah,
so
because they're men.
yeah. Speaking
You
of
can't just say I hate
yeah.
gay men.
yeah.
Become
Clipping
a
that and
mis-
making that the
In my
episode
in my
preview.
brain, I was qualifying it first. I was like, I hate going to the club and I hate the gay men in there, but I was just like, I hate gay men.
Can we title this one
Yeah.
Gorilla Radio Show Anniversary? Greg becomes a misandrist. Like I would love that.
Oh yeah, so speaking of men, our demographics, we went over the gender breakdown. I don't know how that's calculated, but it's funny either way. So geographic breakdown, 72% United States, 9% Canada, 6% United Kingdom, 3% Australia, 2% Sweden, and 1% Germany. And the rest are under 1%, meaning like maybe 1 or 2 people. So that's, I don't know, that's kind of interesting.
And I thought I made it clear to all of our English listeners to
Oh
stop.
my god.
Yeah. Honestly, the
Today's
Canadians too.
Podcast is
What are
full
you
of
doing here?
monkeys.
But the real fun here comes when you go into the geographic location of the United States. 14% are from California. I think that's the Tumblr demographic, right? 10% are from New York. I think these are like confused Bills fans who see my tweets and just happen to wander into my podcast. 8% are from
Also,
Illinois.
New York just has a lot of people.
Yeah, there's also just a lot of people in New York. Illinois, 8%. I think that's. I did put up some. I put up QR codes outside of Roscoe's, like a gay bar in Chicago, so that might have gotten some people. And also, just a lot of people in Chicago. 7% are from North Carolina. That's like on the ground, like word of mouth listening, like friends, family, and like aggressive.
Wait, do we have a percentage in Utah?
Door knocking. Do we have a percentage in Utah? I'm so sorry to tell you that I don't.
Just me.
Greg,
it's under 1%.
You do not
you
want, I
putting in
think,
your
Utah
weight, man.
listenership because you're going to get thrown out by yet another coalition.
That's
if they
true.
hear you saying, I hate gay men, and like.
So here's the breakdown of
you're the only person that I like. I think allow because I think when men start, like white men start going white women, it's like okay like those are your people, like don't try to distance yourself from that. But when you do it, I'm like, you know what, I think Greg's got some points. Greg can say it.
Yeah, Greg.
Thank you.
But in terms of our Utah,
you can say cracker. You're allowed.
I feel like I was allowed to say cracker before. Wasn't
I? You're allowed to say it as a slur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the breakdown: 87% of our Utah listeners are from Salt Lake City. 8% are from Providence. 2% are from Ogden.
Wait. You're naming other places? There's other people here listening to this?
Yeah. At least one person from each of these places, I'm assuming. Let's see. 1% from Park City, 1% from Logan, and 1% from Orem. And I don't know what any of those places are.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
You
all
said
of these
Providence?
single listeners,
Yeah.
do you, if you guys are listening to this, do you feel surveilled? Do you feel like Austin is in your house now?
Yes,
like pinpointing your exact
Edward
location
Snowdening in your home right now.
Yeah, down to the county.
I will tell you right now that the person, if you're listening from Providence, that's fucking crazy because you're in a town of like 2,000 people. Like
it's 8% of Utah listeners too. That's crazy.
Oh my god, the town of Providence loves us.
Popping off in one specific
Let's
place.
see the device
Providence,
breakdown.
Rhode Island.
46% of our
Eating a
listeners
clam
are
roll while
Android
listening to
users.
Gorilla Radio Show.
Android users? Why?
Yeah,
This
46% Android users, 34% iPhone users, and the rest are computer or other.
Computer?
Yeah.
Who listens to a podcast on their computer?
I feel like
I
that's
guess at
so
work.
convenient.
people
Probably.
who
Yeah,
play
maybe
like
at work.
Terraria and
I will
Minecraft.
say
That's it.
we have at least we have at least one
See, this is the problem with your listeners is they don't have jobs.
I know, we gotta
They're
get
Minecraft
Gorilla Radio
listening
Show
to a
listeners,
podcast.
Please
Come
give
on.
me your Minecraft server number, and I swear to God, I will not bury you under the ground and then build like 4 fucking obsidian blocks over your face. I promise. Just let me join your Minecraft server.
No one wants to work anymore, and they're playing Minecraft and
Crazy.
listening to a podcast
Yeah.
at the same time instead of going to work
Did I
and
did I
making
tell
money
you
so
guys?
that they can give you money on Patreon.
Yeah, the very few of our subscribers who have jobs, they all either work in zoos or like monkey-related settings. Like I think word of mouth has managed to be like, hey, we've got one of our guys. They're talking about monkey stuff because like at least one person in the Discord is a husbandry staff worker at a lab, and I think one person works at a zoo. So that's fun. I like hearing from everyone because I was one.
I like hearing from them too. But what I need is more finance bros.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
more we need people who
I need-
got
I need
so
more
much money
people
off
who
of
work for banks.
cryptocurrency that
Yeah.
they're like
Those
quickly
people
guys.
don't have.
Bitcoin.
They're not very good at being generous, though. I think what you
That's
need are
true.
people in the restaurant industry who make tips.
You know what you need?
Yeah.
You need
Yeah, I need
like you need
bartenders.
people who work in the restaurant
Mhm.
industry. You need furries. There's a lot of rich
Yeah.
Oh,
furries
yeah,
out
we
here.
need-
What is
we
with
need
furries
fresh-
and making so much money?
They work
Yeah.
in
They're
tech.
all in
They work
tech.
for like Raytheon
Oh.
and Northrop Grumman or whatever.
Yeah, we
Yeah, and
need
they will-
fresh
they
out of
Grumman.
college
so much
computer
money.
science students.
Grumman because they're furries. No, I don't know. Oh, I thought it was funny.
Well, I mean, how else are you gonna like drop like over 10 grand or however the fuck much you have to drop on like a goddamn fursuit? Those things are expensive.
That's true.
You gotta be
crazy.
rich. Like,
Yeah, they probably went into tech in order to like sustain their lifestyle.
Sustain their furry lifestyle.
mm-hmm. Every single
Which is why
person
I
I've
don't
known who
respect
has gotten like
them.
a commission from a furry who's like, I want furry art or
How
furry porn.
many of these people do you know, Kendall? What are you doing?
I know several artists who get commissions. They don't listen. It's not they're not furry artists, but they've gotten commission from furries before, and they're like, okay, I'll take it because then the furry will literally be like, you're not charging me enough, and pays them like hundreds of dollars more for this piece of art.
Fucking
That's
insane.
crazy.
Yeah, they're
It's
generous as
the wrong
fuck.
field to go into.
Well, I wasn't one of those kids who doodled all day in school, so.
You said doodled like it was a slur.
Like,
You're fucking
Greg,
doodle.
I don't know.
Greg, were you ever drawing that S?
Oh, the fucking S? Yeah. Everybody does it different, though.
Cool S, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool S.
I-
Everybody-
You seem like an S guy.
The thing about the
The
S
one
for
that-
me,
You
or
carve it
I
into
think
the
for a lot
desk.
of- yeah, I always thought the S was the NC State logo.
I did too because we have
Right?
NC State has such a chokehold over like Piedmont area North Carolina culture that
It really
every
does.
time we saw the S, we thought it was NC State's logo because their logo is the same thing, but it has an N and a C in either like hole of the S.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. It's crazy.
I truly did not realize that was something that existed outside of where we lived. When
No,
people started talking
everywhere.
about it when I was older, I was like, why does y'all give a shit about that? That's NC State, baby.
I know.
That's state, baby.
No, there's some like school constants. Everyone draws that S. There's always like one mean girl named Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
Our
Yeah.
mean girl was
Yeah.
named Hannah, and she like
My
one time-
mean
Oh,
girl
Hannah's
named
good.
Amanda, people started making fun of her because they said she looked like Sid the Sloth. Which she
Yo,
did.
same!
Brought back.
They started making fun of my Amanda for looking like a horse.
Okay.
She really did look like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age, and she wore Juicy Couture sweatpants, but they were always way too big, so her full ass would just be hanging out all the time.
Okay.
Like,
How did you
So,
all let that be the
forget-
mean kid?
yeah, I
About
don't know.
gender, there are two kinds of girls, and this is the only dichotomy really that you need. And growing up, girls were either a horse girl or they were a wolf girl.
Ooh.
And it-
No, you're
like-
missing one. It's the Warrior Cats girls.
Oh yeah,
That's
Maybe that was for everyone.
I think
though.
that's in the wolf girl category.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. And like you can see where people were even when they're like in their 30s. I can meet someone and I'm like, "Oh, you were a horse girl at one point."
I think you can tell, even though we have established that I own several dressage horses, we can tell that I was a wolf girl.
Oh no, you were growling at kids.
Yeah.
I know.
You know this.
And then I think
Wolf
boys they
belly.
get a couple more options. They can be like train guys or dinosaur guys.
Yeah.
I was a
or
train guy.
like
Or monkey
Yeah.
guys, right? Where's all the
Monkey-
monkey guys?
I think that's a subset of dinosaur guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
I
that
did go from dinosaur kid to monkey guy. I will that
Mhm.
monkey guy is slowly.
Yeah, there's a
emerging as type
pipeline.
of
If
guy.
you were a train guy, I believe, like, around a certain age bracket, you begged your parents for the Lionel coin bank.
yeah,
that,
I
like,
got it. I
giant-
had it. I owned it. Okay. I also
Save
got
money.
my dad to buy me a bunch of scale model train sets. I had a fucking train set in my
that
room.
rocks, yeah.
It was crazy awesome. Actually, it was a big table. It had all. That's a memory I forgot I had.
Let's see.
I could have guessed that you were a train guy. I can tell.
Put on a
I
little
can see
hat.
it.
The little overall, the Oshkosh Bagosh
Uh-huh.
overalls and everything.
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely.
You know how TERFs will like comment under someone's photo and like make up insane shit, and they'll be like, "We can always tell like what your biological gender is,"
And they're
but
always wrong.
they, yeah, I would be like that, but with like I can tell whether or not someone was a train guy or a dinosaur guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would actually have pinpoint accuracy.
Just like Greg perfectly clocked that that one guy as
Yeah, Greg
a
is
Queens
very
Puerto
good
Rican.
at guessing ethnicity. And I think that like if you're a fan of Guerrilla Radio Show, you should maybe send in photos of yourself, your family, your friends, strangers, and just get Greg to respond with
Send
what
me a picture of you
ethnicity
not
he
facing the
thinks they are.
camera, and I'll guess.
And then if you're right, then maybe they should give you like $2 or something. And
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
a good-
wrong, then I guess you have to apologize. You
Yeah.
didn't get my family right, but
I'll issue a public apology for every.
you're a hard one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, the iOS press release every single time. Just
every
notes
single
apps.
time.
Notes app screenshot, just straight to
Changing
Twitter.
the
I
name of
apologize.
there.
Yeah.
Sanjin, what are you doing on your phone?
I'm ordering Uber Eats.
Oh yeah.
Go back.
So I have two more quick ideas. One, let's answer like a question or two, and
Okay.
two, I think this is the moment that Perry in particular has been waiting for. I don't know who else wants to jump in, but I think we get Perry in for just a brief moment, just to see the scenario that's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Oh, we
'cause
just
I
let
fe-
Perry
She's
see
gonna be so
it.
excited.
Yeah, I feel like this is an exciting moment for a lot of people. But first, let's do the questions. Okay.
Okay.
This one's interesting. It was from today, actually. Mina asks, "Why don't zookeepers give monkeys video games as standard enrichment? You mentioned the chimp that scientists train to do memory games. That at the sanctuary they let them watch movies, but I think they should let chimps have unrestricted access to Steam. This is because they would break the controllers or like eat it or like shove it up another one's ass.
Okay.
But I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things to be said about like how enrichment is designed at zoos, because it's either taken from other zoos, which are usually like interns will have to come up with enrichment because the actual keepers are too busy to think of things, or it's like, you know, someone in management is like, this would be a good idea, start making these, or like we'll just buy them or something. Like dog toys, chewy dog toys are a staple in all monkey enclosures, whether or not that's like actually something they particularly enjoy.
Do they like chew on them? What are they doing with them?
I don't know. They just do they like hit shit with it and like throw it, and sometimes
I
chew
think
on
you
it,
should
but
be giving chimps hammers. Just
I would like to see that. My other thing about zookeepers is, I've actually been thinking about this for a while. I think it would be actually, there's one zoo in Chicago which is unionized. They don't make enough money for being unionized, but there should be more unionized zoos. Because here's my idea for all of our zookeepers listening. This is our pledge going into season 2. I want to start unionizing zoos and primate sanctuaries, because they're raking in that fucking nonprofit money. I don't care what they say. They say it's nonprofit, so they can't afford to pay their employees anywhere over $13 an hour, but I don't believe that. I know the directors are sitting on a fat stack of cash. I've seen the mansions, all right? But so here's my thing. If all the zookeepers unionized and went on strike, how would you can't break that strike. You can't feed the chimps yourself. You don't know how you would get mauled. What are you going to do? Let the chimps starve? So I think, hear me out. I think we should start getting into labor organizing.
Maybe this
How
will
about we
be
spend
what
this
I
year making
what I
boots?
do next. Maybe I can do this next when I'm done my current labor organizing gig. I can pivot to salting at a zoo.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. Like, what can you do realistically? Like, they have the monkeys on their side. You can't just not feed the monkeys. You have to come in on weekends to feed them. So I know damn well, like, the marketing guy isn't coming in and, like, tossing an apple at a chimp and running away.
Are they even allowed to go on strike though? Is it not like air traffic control can't go on strike anymore?
I don't know. It might be illegal, but, like, why not push the boundaries?
When has
Nurses can
illegality
go
stopped
on-
anyone before? You know.
Well, nurses can go on strike. So I think that if like nurses can do that and teachers can go on strike, then definitely so can people that work at
That's
a
fair.
zoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work with children.
I think the only
could
reason that
probably-
like air traffic controllers can't is because Reagan like personally stepped in and like made a
Yeah.
weird rule just for them.
As per usual, it is Reagan's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always
Motherfucker.
Reagan's fault. But yeah, I honestly think there's something here. I'm surprised that there's not more unionized zoos, and I think they should start doing this because I feel like I complained about this for a long time last episode. Workers in the like primate or exotic animal field are very poorly treated. Like, for example, like most scientific like discoveries like regarding animals have like an entire husbandry staff behind them. You know, they don't get in the acknowledgments, despite the fact that like you know, all of the food and water is not the researchers don't give food or water to their animals really. Like it's all other people. They're cleaning the shit. They're the reason the monkeys are even there in the first place. So I don't know. I think there's something there. All right.
I think in so many of those fields where like the only people that have those jobs are people that were like really passionate
Yeah,
about
it's definitely-
whatever it is that they're doing, are just so like exploited because like the bosses know that the people are there because they want to be, and so they feel like they can get away with
for
like
sure.
paying them very little for doing a lot. And it really sucks, but
It's not a
I think-
job, it's a calling.
Yeah, they get you
Yeah,
stuck in
so
the
this
t-shirt
is
trap.
the
Bullshit.
Gorilla
Manager will
Radio
tell
Show.
you.
Yeah, this is the Gorilla Radio Show pledge in year 2. To all you monkey heads out there, that's a weird thing to say. To all you radio heads out there, all the gorilla fans, if you're working with monkeys, you got to put your foot down. You gotta start really exploiting your boss's back. Use the chimps
Trying
against
to-
them. They're scared of the chimps, and they're scared of you
Trying to be
organizing.
the Jimmy Hoffa primate.
I think you should start training the chimps to attack the managers. I think
They're
you
Yeah,
gonna
should, like-
bury Austin in the end zone of the Bears
We are
stadium.
going to be the Jimmy Hoffa of zookeepers. I'm gonna
should,
get my gang of
change-
chimps to roll up on you.
You should change your Twitter bio to "I feel like the white Jimmy Hoffa."
All right, let's see. Hold on, I'm looking for a question.
Let me dip into the
Let's
question bucket as
see.
well. See what we can find.
Yeah.
You guys are so good at that. I don't do shit. I just show up for this podcast to do funny
That's
bits.
not
Oh wait,
true.
did
You
we
do
answer
so much
Darby's
work,
question?
Greg.
Did we answer Darby's question? I think
don't
it
know. What
folds
is
in
it?
very
What was
well.
Darby's question?
Do
Yeah, but real quick-
chimpanzees
Oh, yeah.
have the fine motor skills required to shoot a gun? Could you teach them
Oh.
to shoot a gun? I think this falls into our other question about our talk about unionizing
Hello?
zookeepers.
I think Jason cut out.
Teach your
Uh-oh.
chimpanzees to shoot a gun. How
Disappeared.
can you do that?
Oh no, not on the
He's
anniversary
using
episode.
too much of the Wi-Fi space to order Uber Eats. and
Yeah.
the channels got clogged.
Well, anyways, let me take this brief moment to quickly acknowledge that
Oh,
Greg actually
Chandra,
does.
you're back.
do
Oh,
Never
never
mind.
mind. Go on. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh.
These are
Hey,
the
man.
kinds of technical difficulties
I'm
that
I'm back.
people should expect.
Yeah.
All right,
This
quick,
is
Austin.
standard.
You were fluffing my ego.
Yeah. So we got to take a moment we got to praise Greg. Okay, we've been doing a lot of branching out lately. We've been working on our clout chasing. We've been doing really good at it. Greg's been doubling down on the Instagram and all the finance shit. I don't know how to do finance shit. Greg does that. You know, I think everyone puts in there's a lot of love put into this podcast.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm.
it's
Lot
very.
of blood, a lot of love. Lot of
We
sweat,
don't
lot of
make
tears.
like any money off of it. Actually, I think.
Oh my God.
we lose money on it.
profit for
Yeah, we
2
lose
months
money
now.
on it.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to do, and it's still worth doing. So it's very fun. But yeah.
And one day we're all going to have enough clout,
Mhm.
maybe soon, probably soon,
Hopefully,
that we can all quit our jobs, except for Austin, who I guess will
He has
keep
to keep
keep
his
working
job,
for
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you'll have to.
But the rest of us will quit our jobs,
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
we will have all that money that we could donate to the various primatologist strike funds.
Exactly.
So really,
Exactly.
it would be communism if everyone subscribed to the Guerrilla Radio Show Patreon.
It
For
literally would
$5
be.
a month, you can help us unionize the Hogel Zoo. I don't know.
Yeah. Year 1 of Guerrilla Radio Show was, learning fun monkey facts. Year 2 it's learning to harness the monkey's wrath, right? You've learned about the monkey and you've learned about their wrath. But year 2 is all about how we're going to be harnessing that rage and fury.
It's time
And
to
we're
train
gonna-
7 more Travises to hit on.
Wait, Austin, are you saying that you want your listeners to embrace gorilla mindset?
Exactly, but like in a cool way.
Ooh.
But like in a
The
good
G,
way.
you're
They're
not the G.
reclaiming it.
Austin, we need to put out a book called The Chimpanzee Mentality.
Exactly. We got to catch out on book sales.
We need to provide to the culture a counter to the gorilla mindset. The chimpanzee mentality.
I've been seeing. I gotta tell you, I keep having to go because my wife is a teacher. To Fred Meyer, which is like the big like Walmart around here, to get like board games and stuff for the kids, and I keep seeing all these board games that are like adapted from podcasts.
No.
Yeah, like Last Podcast on the Left has one, and like a couple of the different like educational podcasts have like trivia games and board games and shit.
Oh,
so
sad.
I think there should be a Guerrilla Radio Show board game.
How would that work?
I think it would take me 5 minutes to make.
You are Travis, and you are you're trying to cause as much destruction through like a Candyland style board as possible.
Yeah. This would take me 10 minutes. I could absolutely.
And the other players are cops that are trying to shoot you. Like
we need to develop some sort of subliminal messaging. We need a new wave of chimpanzee or primate related maulings on the news. Like all the TikTok pet monkey owners, like they're all going to go down at once. We're going to broadcast it over the airwaves. And this will be the start of our revolution, so to speak.
We really do need to start capitalizing on every time a TikTok about a monkey mauling goes viral.
Yeah, one thing we also need. Yeah, TikTok has been beating our ass at just stealing monkey facts and using them with like a guy's face in frame while he like reads the Wikipedia page. It's like shit we covered, but it gets millions of views on TikTok. It's like, what the hell? I did that. I do that too.
I'm starting to think some of these motherfuckers are our listeners.
Yeah, if any of you are listening and you're doing that shit on TikTok, you pay up. Give me your TikTok royalties.
I gotta tell you, as someone who has TikTok royalties, they are criminally low. They are like, it is like pennies. You will be getting $12 for 1 million views.
Your fault for being on that app.
I know, but I've got to keep tabs. I gotta keep tabs on what the kids are doing.
No, you do not.
Yes, I do.
The kids are not all right, no matter what.
Well, because like, what if they come in? What if all of a sudden one day they just come up with a new challenge, like punch blonde people in the back of the head challenge? I don't fucking know until it's too late. And I'm being nuts.
Children should be neither seen nor heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that reminds me, Chandra, we've been getting into Twitch streaming lately, and
we have been.
Yeah, we've actually been doing pretty good. We've been pumping out some numbers, like 300 follower growth in the first like month, maybe, of streaming.
Yeah, we're like averaging like anywhere from 40 to 70 viewers stream. We're out here.
But yeah, Chandra made a Casey Anthony joke last year. So we need to be careful about not getting canceled.
I just said I understood that
we have several Instagram accounts that follow us that are free Jodi Arias accounts.
Jodi
Arias. She is a blonde woman who killed her ex-boyfriend, I think.
She was right.
Yeah.
She didn't do anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are following us for me because
the thing is we have a lost episode where there was the first episode we ever did, and I got lost because all the data got like fucking corrupted. Where we talked about like I think you started bringing up the interracial breakdown of Jodi Arias. You did. Like, you were like, is she mixed race? And then we looked it up, and her lawyers used that as, like, I don't know, part of her defense or something. I don't know why.
Okay.
I think if
and that was
Cerise and I did a
lost.
podcast, it
And
would
somehow,
devolve into
and we
race
never
science.
talked about Jodi Arias on the air. We never talked about Jodi Arias on the air again. But
If
somehow,
it's just Cerise and me, it's 5 minutes to just we're measuring heads.
Like not that long ago, I was staying at a friend's house, and like her roommate's room was open and empty, and so I just kind of looked in there, and I was like taking note of my surroundings, and I was like, and so I had to text my friend, and I was like, what's the ethnicity of your roommate? I need to know. I think that there should be a me and Greg episode, and I think that people should pay money for it, and it should probably be behind a paywall.
Hey, you guys
Like a very high paywall.
You can do the bonus episode this month. This could be the bonus.
Yeah.
All right.
We did that. It got lost, and then we never talked about Jodi Arias on the air ever again. But somehow the vibes just came through, and all these like Jodi Arias stands were like ping, like this. These people know.
I respect her.
Yeah,
and I think the only thing that she did wrong was get caught. Like,
wasn't she doing handstands in the like police interrogation room, or was that someone else?
I think that might have been her.
What is the Jodi Arias case? I have never heard this in my entire life.
She's a girl boss.
She killed her boyfriend, and I think that like more women should do that.
She's a girl boss.
And I just think that they should like try to not get caught, but she didn't do anything wrong. It's fine.
Of course.
Like, does every boyfriend deserve to live?
Not all.
You can't tell me that.
All right, I think it's about time.
What's left?
It's time we broke the news to Perry. I'm gonna send the recording link over to her. It's gonna be the way. Should I like hide myself for a moment?
Yeah.
Why not?
Let me hide myself.
We'll act like we don't know.
Yeah, just act like you don't know. Just act like it's normal, and play it off normal
Greg,
too. Make sure nothing.
Can I bully you for a second? Because I think you need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Why does your bio on Twitter say leftist?
I don't.
You can
do something better than that.
I don't wanna. Well, okay. Which Twitter account?
Because first of all, if you're like anything like good politically, it could go without saying.
It's just gonna be Marxist Leninist.
And if you are a leftist, that's embarrassing for me. And I think you're better than that.
Okay. Okay. What should I change?
But I just think like you could just have co-host of Guerrilla Radio Show, etc. But I don't think that you need to tell people that you're a leftist shitposter. The second thing is evident, and the first thing only embarrasses you.
Yeah.
All right, it's gone now.
And then in the bio you add I like to write standing up. No, I can't.
Again. Fuck off with that. Hi, Barry.
Hello, welcome.
Oh yeah, sorry. My webcam's not working. Give me like a minute. I got to figure out what's wrong with it. But yeah. So how are you doing, Perry? This is our anniversary episode. It's been going on an hour and 50 minutes. We've just been reminiscing and chatting.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up soon. I got to make dinner.
Yeah, we do. But we wanted to send it out with a big number of us. I think Ethan couldn't join, but if Ethan could have joined, I would have liked to have Ethan because Ethan has been a co-host.
Ethan was very upset he couldn't join. I know that.
Yeah, we gotta.
I got to hang out with Ethan in real life this weekend, and I hope that everyone is very jealous.
I keep
Ethan
telling
came to Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love.
Oh yeah,
and we got a delicious dinner together. And I hope that everyone feels like very parasocially jealous because Ethan was very cool to hang out with.
I keep telling my wife I think she and Ethan would really get along. Like, I don't know what
hold on. I am so fucking mad. I live 30 minutes away from that man. He has not even a little bit made the effort to come into Charlotte and see me. What the fuck? I am so parasocially jealous right now. And I know that man in real life.
Ethan,
Oh
I
my
know him in real life now
God.
too. I know him in real life now too because we hung out and we're
Wow.
friends.
Okay,
we
good.
went
Flex
to,
on
we
me.
went to
Okay.
we went to the YDSA together. This isn't fair. All right. Oh, Perry, is your mic working, by the way? Oh, you're just
Oh,
very quiet. I can barely hear
Very
you.
quiet.
I want to make sure that we can hear your comments in our closing moments. Is all. I can hear rustling though.
oh.
Oh my god, that's loud.
Oh,
Oh,
Christ,
don't touch it
fucking
there.
please.
No. Okay. Do you have a different mic?
No more, please. No
We'll
more.
destroy this mic.
Austin, you gotta cut this out, or else everyone's gonna turn off.
No,
their...
I'll just turn it down really quiet. It's fine.
Okay.
Is it over?
If with your consent, I'll just get your face reaction. Is that all right? Wait, turn the webcam back down.
Harry, turn your camera
just
on.
1 sec. Okay, but yeah, let's continue talking about Ethan for a second. Ethan filled in for
Fuck Ethan.
Chandran. What? No, Ethan filled in for Chandran on episode 7.
Yeah.
It was the first time I'd spoken to Ethan in like 2 years, and
What?
immediately led with actually hearing his voice speaking,
Yeah.
but immediately led with how he was picking up groceries and he dropped berries all over his yard and had to pick them up individually, and that was just the first 10 minutes of him explaining the berries.
I love Ethan. Ethan, if you're listening to this, you should know that I love you and support you.
we all love Ethan.
He is not that much younger than me, but for some reason I just feel like Ethan is like a little guy that I would like to carry around in my pocket.
He's
and
such a little
produce
guy.
in situations
yeah, right now you could whip him out and
yeah, just
Say hi to
a
everyone.
lot of really wholesome younger sibling energy.
Very much like
which
that
maybe-
post
maybe
of the
Ethan
I want to carry him around like that, you know.
But yeah, okay, welcome back. We're gonna wrap things
Yeah.
up. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Perry, shout out to Nat, and I think that's everyone who's been a co-host. Except we did have 2 internet guests on the WWE
Oh yeah,
episode.
Ina Day and
Danzo. Yeah,
Danzo,
shout out to
yeah.
everyone who's helped us out along the way. God bless you. You can support us on Twitch or
Why are we getting so
Patreon now.
fucking religious now.
No,
The
it's
third
we're
time
ending
you've
on a
mentioned
nice
God.
note. Wait, what? Wait, I said God? Wait, when did I say God?
The third time you've been signed from God. God bless you. What's happening, man? You converting to
I'm
Catholicism?
Catholic now.
Good night and
But yeah.
good luck, America.
Catholic pill.
Yeah, I just want to really thank everybody who helped us out. Just everybody who's been supporting us all this time. You've really helped make my dream come true. I've always wanted to be a podcaster. I wanted to be a primatologist. I feel really validated right now. Is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah. So how was Gorilla Radio Show? How are we feeling about it? We ready for year 2?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's go. Season 2.
I'm
so
ready.
excited for you
Season
too.
2.
Yeah.
Also, okay, Perry's eyes just lit up
Let me tell you about
when
monkeys.
Austin came on.
All right, but yeah, all right. It's been a great podcast. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that like it's ending. Yeah, it's been a great year.
Miss you.
It's been a great year. God bless our soldiers.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd
the
like
ending
to-
of Cheers where you're just
I know.
Ted Danson turning off the lights of this little podcast studio.
I'd like to Holy shit.
Wait,
Shout outs to Kim for this one.
Shout out for putting on the feet. You didn't have
Yeah. Did not
what,
have
did you
to
think?
do that.
Do you think I wasn't going in on this? I don't know.
All the way.
Is this lighting better?
110%.
Oh my god, you're gorgeous. What are you doing?
Yeah,
You need
Let's
to
go-
stream in that
so
outfit.
much.
let's let's go Twitch stream right now. Okay, anyway, yeah, we have a Twitch stream now, by the way. Go check us out if you haven't.
Yeah.
We making $10,000 for abortion
Oh,
funds.
absolutely.
Are we signing
Yeah,
off?
thank you all. Yeah, we're signing off.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Austin.
Okay, you guys should go first. Oops.
Okay.
I mean,
Forgot
I'm
where I
gonna do a bit
was.
real quick.
So used to taking the
Yeah.
lead.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd like to just sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank everybody who's been listening, who's starting to listen. Like, this shit's awesome. I'm super happy I'm a part of it. You guys are all a wonderful part of my life, and I look forward to doing this, forever if I can. But
Damn.
thank you guys.
Aw.
Thank you, every one of you. This shit is a blessing for real.
Wow. Greg, you're
Yeah,
such a
all my new
marshmallow.
Yeah.
It's his
That's
astrology.
one of my favorite things about you.
I just try to be nice.
I'm taken aback. I can't say anything. That was so much. I'm overwhelmed. But yeah, I agree with Greg. Thank you all so much for listening. I'm so excited to keep doing what we're doing new things too. All the things. I got my bases covered. Okay.
All right. Everyone else?
You should go, Kendall. Let's not prioritize BIPOC voices today.
Fine. All right.
Then Greg go first already.
Instinctually speaking for me.
Yeah. I'm really grateful. Thanks everybody for listening. Without this podcast, we wouldn't all be friends. I would probably still be friends with Cerise because we have our own podcast. But I'm really grateful for everything. And if you want to show your gratitude, you can go to BigSoyNaturals.church and get our collab merch.
Get our collab merch, I swear to God,
baby.
get it.
Somebody
Buy
buy
that
fucking merch
collab.
from me, period. It costs me money to keep those fucking Etsy listings up.
Yeah, y'all buy merch.
Mhm.
It's good. Some of it, kind of.
Good merch.
I think that our merch is very good. I think it's top tier. Okay, I'm Cerise. You should follow me on Twitter. I'm Commodify This there, and you should also listen to Big Soy Naturals if you are not already. And also, I am I'm so proud of my Gorilla Boys and Theys. I love Gorilla Radio Show. It's the only other podcast that I listen to besides Eating for Free. Because it's actually good and entertaining and fun. And I'm so glad that I've gotten to make some nice friends from this. And I also would like for the listeners to get jobs. Please,
Yeah.
please
Get
jobs and make some money.
Y'all,
Give us
it's
more
not
money.
hard. Just send out a couple of resumes. You'll get a job, I promise you.
You could
$5 a month.
walk in.
$5 a month is less than the cost of an oat milk latte in a major city. So I just don't know what the excuse is. And
I think even for some of our listeners, hey, go open up a bank account. It's not hard. Just go do that.
For real.
They give you a card and you can spend money and
I
buy whatever
started
you
working
want.
when I was 14 years old so that I could pay for stuff when I wanted to. So I just don't know what
Cerise giving us bootstrap ideology.
Okay.
Absolutely. Pull yourselves
I'm
up.
sorry that everyone is upper middle class with imposter syndrome and you don't have access to your own money and you have to ask mommy and daddy every time that you want to buy a figurine on the internet. But I think that you should go get a job.
Oh my God.
And give my friends $5. That's all I have to say.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Thank you.
Just
Step
trying to
one,
bully
get a
everyone
fucking job.
into
Oh, wow.
Damn. All right. Well, Perry, you
Or
want to sign off?
steal. Stealing
Yeah.
is fine.
Yes. Also, just steal.
I think you should go
Stealing
into
is
credit
good.
card debt to support the podcast.
So
Anyway, Gorilla Radio Show. I am very happy to be a part of this community, even if I am a little bit of a freeloader around here. You guys gave me a nice little fake title so I could hang around in the Discord and be not weird. I love the community that's formed around this podcast. I love you guys. You three are just like very wonderful people, and I'm glad I got to know you. You definitely, this is like the highlight of my year for sure, has been being a part of this project. And yeah, I really love, I like, you know, shout outs to Ant, shout outs to Bird, shout outs to Nat, Ethan, of course. Darby has been a great recent member of the Patreon Discord. I'm forgetting people, but there's a lot. Goop. I love all these
Goop
just
slinging.
single words.
Goop slanging, yeah.
Shout outs to Goop.
We're like a
Shout
friend
out
of
all our
white non, we're like a
non-binary
group,
friends.
yeah, a group of white non-binaries hanging out.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
that Goop.
Shout out everybody with a noun for a name. We love you.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, you know, I'm terrible with names, but if I didn't say your name, like, just there, Ari, that's another one. Know that I'm thinking about, like, you guys.
Oh,
like,
also
make my
shout
day.
out the OG forever Bird. Birds
Left.
with T.
Oh, Left too. Obviously, Left.
Yeah,
and
Oh,
shout
yeah,
out
of course,
Left. The first time I clocked somebody in public.
Shout out to my girlfriend for pretending to think the podcast was funny so that I would let her hit.
Mine too.
Shout outs.
And also
Yeah,
for doing
actually,
my makeup today.
shout outs to Kim.
Also, everybody follow my actual public Twitter account so I don't have to keep fucking accepting follower requests from strangers,
That's
okay?
the only thing. Do not
Yeah.
put in the bio that it's the public account, because then people are gonna go looking for the other one.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
You're
don't do
right.
that.
You're right. You're
Yeah, get that
fucking
out.
smart. I'm not good at
It's
this.
okay.
I'm not good at being an internet micro
That's what I'm here
celebrity.
for, friends.
There we go. You're right. Oh, I do. I gotta buy that.
I need to get the dialectic.
When I get paid on Thursday, I'm buying.
And micro celebrity in XL.
But I currently have like
What
11
happens when
right now,
people get
so.
paid? They
it's
buy
right there.
things.
Also, wait, I think I haven't bought any of your clothes because I think y'all only go like up to 2X. Though,
That is not
so.
true. We go up to 5XL. Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay. I think some of the ones I looked at only went up to 2X for some reason.
That was me who was being fat phobic.
That was also you who did that.
Yeah, okay.
No, it is like that. It's just miserable. Yeah.
So I tried to real quick. I promise this is the last thing. I actually tried to get a crop top as a part of like the bit for this episode, but I bought a large, and there's like some sort of disconnect between small to large and then XL through the rest on your merch website, and it was so small it like
Okay,
did
we
not come
are
in the
sending a replacement for free.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I actually did have a handful of
what's
things
up?
more to say, but
Okay, yeah. And also, if anyone needs to
so
go,
sorry.
you can go.
sorry. No, I saw the podcast announcement on Austin's Tumblr, and I hated that art so much. I thought I could do it better. So
Yeah.
this is advice to all the artists out there: just act out of spite, because then you'll get paid money for it. After,
Yeah, I
like,
really
a month
like the
or
little.
after a year.
I like that.
I'm very
fucking
proud of the
monkey
little guy.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things I've done. I was editing my resume just before I got the notification I could join, and I was like, oh yeah, I did this work, and I have that on my actual resume, which is just great, and really says everything about
The bigger
me.
we get, the more jobs Perry gets.
Yeah, so please.
Soon I'll just be doing all the labor here. I'll have to learn audio editing.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Would you really?
no, _maybe. Anyway, you can follow me and see my art and maybe an occasional selfie or something at bandit_o_s_inc. My current handle is its, which is a joke that's funny to me and only me, I guess. Yeah. And then,
right.
but you can go look at my art, go support my art as well, if I'm plugging, because I like when I get the numbers go up.
Yeah.
We do love those engagement numbers.
Line go up.
Yeah, so all of you need to retweet my art on your accounts.
And get Perry money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually have
Very
commissions open. I've
Yeah.
gotten 2, and those were
Great.
a week after. I haven't gotten any commissions since the podcast started.
You could go
technically.
to the mall and shoplift and then take what you get from the mall and go to like Buffalo Exchange and get like $50 and then you should give 5 of those dollars to Guerrilla Radio Show. It's just like there's
Yeah.
always something that
support
anyone can do, okay?
Please, yeah. I'm wearing the ears and
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there should be more of you. Where
I
are you?
literally,
we
I've
get
drawn
enough
my
patrons.
first
We'll
commission was a
create monkey
persona,
sodas.
so come on.
Was it really?
Yes. Yes, they were.
So true.
Shout
we need
outs
more
to my
first
shout
check
outs to my
workers.
mutual chronically caffeinated on Tumblr. Do not look at her account.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
So
it's
yeah, let's.
Tumblr trans
All right,
girls.
I gotta make dinner, my
Okay.
my bit.
friends.
There, that's my bit.
All
Yeah.
right, let's get going.
Bye.
It's been fun.
Bye.
It's been good, folks.
Bye, everybody.
I'll do the thing too.
Wait,
What?
can you do that
Okay.
again, Austin? Just hold it.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Yep, got it.
Wait, hold it. Okay, I got it.
Phone.
I gotta send it to Jaden. I gotta send it to Jaden.
All right, can I stop? Okay,
You
I'm
can
done.
stop now.
We're stopping the recording. All right, goodbye,
Peace
everyone.
out, y'all.